afternoon. Did we get one from you, Momo?
I gave you one, but it wasn't as loud as yours because I was wanting to tell you all about being at the game last
Okay,
night. I was
well,
live texting
Can you
Bergman.
just give us a real quick good afternoon, just Momo?
Good afternoon!
All right,
There you go.
You
There
guys, you know how amazing that was last night?
I mean, I watched it, but I wasn't there.
I had
Momo,
amazing
what was it
seats.
like?
Mendoza hooked me up with some amazing.
Where were you sitting?
Field section 9.
I got
Is that,
pictures.
section. That's very close to.
So good.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, and I had a few beverages on the way up.
Good for you.
Stopped at the short
As
stop.
you should.
It was that kind of day.
Yeah.
Bergman.
I got a picture from Momo, and it says, "Live look, 3 shots in."
Oh, nice.
You
Why
can
am
show
I
him.
not on your text messages?
This
you
was-
never write back.
Oh,
That's Momo, 3
Momo,
shots in.
You do look 3 shots in.
I was quite
You got the bucket hat on.
I
and
was like,
By the way,
feeling
the
no
eyes
pain.
look unfocused.
Yep.
That was at 7:21. So imagine where it went
Wow.
from there.
Do you remember the 7th inning, Momo?
Yeah, you know what? I just do 3 shots early so that I'm in the mood.
What are the shots?
Tequila.
Tequila.
Always
yeah.
tequila.
Always tequila. Yeah.
And then the walk up from the shortstop. I mean, we were hauling up that hill.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm in shape. I'm going to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're running up the hill. And then we
Yeah.
get there, and there was a whole lot of nothing for a while.
Yeah, for a
It was
long
like a
while.
pitcher's duel.
Yep.
And we were all like waiting to cheer. And then I decided, I know what we need. I need to go get some of the Japanese food that they have at the store because Shohei's coming up next inning.
Oh, yeah.
So I got some fried octopus balls. Yep.
Is that really a thing?
Yep.
Fried
I don't
octopus
know
balls?
if that's
Yep.
something that I want to go get.
I did
Sounds
not know
gross, but it was
they-
really good.
I did not know they had balls.
I did not know they had balls either. They forced them into these little balls.
So
People know what I'm talking about.
yeah, of course they do.
I
They're
said,
really
let's eat-
good.
Let's,
Are
they're
I,
good,
I
right?
just,
had 'em,
it just
Laura?
feels
Yeah,
like
the fried
something
balls are
that
good.
I'm not gonna buy at
I
any
know.
point.
It
I mean-
sounds bad, but it tastes
Come on,
delicious.
have some octopus
See, no,
balls.
I love octopus.
So good.
Yeah, octopus is delicious.
Octopus is
but-
delicious.
Yeah.
The balls. I don't
So,
know.
so
No,
you
they're
got the
good.
Japanese food, what, in the
And
6th
then,
inning?
Right before that inning.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get a couple of runners on base, and then Will Smith hits the home run, and then everybody was
everyone
going
went
nuts.
nuts.
And
Yep.
then Shohei gets the RBI, and
Bam.
Mookie gets some RBIs, and it was just on.
The Mookie part.
The Mookie.
Mookie.
Can we
Yay.
finally just say, like, okay, look, Mookie
Dude's
is
clutch.
fine.
You know when we'll
He's
say
just
it?
fine.
When we see him in the playoffs.
He's had a bad couple playoffs.
When last
but now
seen-
Shohei's in front of him. It's
Yeah,
a
I
little
know. It
bit-
makes a
little bit better.
difference. It makes a difference.
massive difference.
Well, that is cool that you got to be there. Boy, I mentioned this during the crosstalk, Momo.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anybody in baseball history has ever done this. And I don't know, the Elias Sports Bureau or somebody would go
11
look
out of
at it.
12
ESPN
years.
stats
11
and info.
No, not 11 out of 12 years. The
11.
last 12 times he stepped to the plate with a runner in scoring position, he's driven them home. 11 times in 12 appearances with a runner in scoring position, he's driven them
Wow.
home. I don't. I mean, that's like
Shohei?
That's Shohei.
Yeah.
That's just like
Wow.
epic stuff.
Basically, whenever Shohei comes up
Yeah.
and runners on the scoring position, he's going to do something amazing.
And I felt like
Every
right
single
away,
time.
I knew he was going to drive that run.
Yeah.
home.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
You just had the full confidence that
Yep.
that was going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, the only downer of the night obviously was Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Like, he was having a good night at the plate. That was a weird play. Arez was trying to tag him at
Yeah,
first.
right,
And he
and he was
sprained it.
trying to
and you
skip
could
around
see,
and-
you could see his ankle really roll.
It looked really, really bad. Apparently, he's going to be okay, though. He's just going to go. He's going to stay home and not go to Colorado. He'll be okay.
And he plays first base,
Right.
Yeah.
so he doesn't have to
Move
Well,
too
he
much.
still
move
has
too
to
much.
run.
He does.
He hits a lot of doubles.
He does.
Yeah.
But if he's a little bit limited, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. And it's
Yes.
his right leg, so for a left-hander, that's okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, you think about it. The right leg is your front foot if you're a lefty.
Right.
So
right.
that's
Play this
the
out. You need a
plant
bat,
leg.
too.
Yeah,
But
I
you're
guess
not
you're
you're not gonna be twisting. You're not gonna be squashing the bug with the right leg.
Right.
As long as he's
If
okay,
you're a lefty.
that's all
It's
that
not
matters.
his drive leg, right?
There it is. That's the word. I
Is
was
that what I'm
looking for.
talking about? Yeah,
yeah.
I got that down.
Yeah, Mace.
It is such a great time to be a sports fan in LA right
Yeah.
now. It really is. I mean, the Dodgers, we're getting ready for it. It'll be a week from tomorrow is game 1 of the DS. We don't know who they're going to face. The National League playoffs are
It's
just
so
it's
random.
all over the place because of the hurricane.
Yeah.
Atlanta and the Mets are going to play a doubleheader on Monday, which is extending the
cool.
season. And somebody, Braves can make the playoffs, Mets can make the playoffs,
Yeah.
Diamondbacks can make the playoffs. They're all in it. So that doubleheader on Monday is going to be gigantic.
I think it's crazy that it's coming down to that because think about how many games whoever the Dodgers play will have played in the last 3 days. Like they're gonna play all weekend, Saturday, Sunday,
Right.
And then they're gonna play a doubleheader. I assume it's going to be the Mets or the Braves. One of those will make it.
I think the Met. Oh yeah, we'll see. It
Mets
could
or
be
the
either
Braves.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can go either way.
And because those games are in Atlanta, that's
Yeah.
the whole reason these are being postponed.
Sure.
Monday was supposed to be an off day before the wild card day, but now Monday's a doubleheader. Then you have the wild card day.
Oh, I wonder if their wild card game comes up on Tuesday.
So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for all of them. So they have
Yeah.
they're all
So they're
three-
going to play a doubleheader into a
Yes.
3-game series.
correct, which your pitching staff gets completely blown up
Yeah.
when you do that. But
And
it's
your
a 3-game
bullpen.
series, so it's 2 out of 3. Everyone's going to play 2 out of 3.
So that means that if the bracket stays the way it is, Dodgers get the winner of the San Diego Mets series.
Yeah.
The Mets will be depleted. We could
Probably see the
We'll
Padres
probably
again.
see the Padres.
It's all going to be up in the air because the Diamondbacks, Mets, and Braves are all basically bunched up. Whatever
Yeah.
the
Right.
Diamondbacks versus the Padres do this weekend will change
Yeah.
all of that as well.
You know where my mom and not stepdad Leo are right now?
Palm Springs,
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida.
They were
Why?
right in the middle of
That's
the hurricane.
nuts.
They were on vacation down there
What?
with my Aunt Lyndon and my cousin
They
Jason.
didn't leave.
They didn't. They stayed for the storm.
They're
because
okay.
they're-
see- I
First
can
things
just
first,
see
they're
her.
okay.
No, they're totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, their first flight got canceled.
Okay.
So then they had to stay an extra night for their I talked to her last night. They were like freaked out. I'm like,
I'm sure.
She says there are things floating. There are boats going by, and I'm like, Mom, where you are there? No, on TV.
Oh God.
They're just showing.
Do you remember
the storm.
last year when we had the hurricane here in August?
Oh, yeah, I know.
August
coming up.
hurricane.
Yeah.
Did it end up being a hurricane by the time it hit us?
It was just some rain.
Tropical
Yeah,
storm.
something
tropical
by the time.
storm,
But it
yeah.
still dumped a lot of rain.
Yeah.
I remember I was supposed to fly to Washington D.C. the night that storm was coming in, and or the morning it was coming in, and I moved my flight to a red eye the night before to get out of town and beat the storm. I was like, I've never had to do this.
You beat
before.
the storm.
Beat
You
the
were-
storm.
You were okay.
Yeah. I got stuck in Detroit during a
Oh.
blizzard one time.
That sucks.
That
On
must
the
have been
floor
awful.
at the Detroit Metro Airport.
Oh.
You slept on the floor?
Slept on the floor.
They got a hotel there
Awful.
now. It's a much better airport.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delta Hub.
So and by the way, we got a
Yeah.
full football weekend. USC is home to Wisconsin tomorrow.
Big game.
I will be at that game tomorrow.
UCLA's home to Oregon.
That's what I'm talking about. How about that?
It's an 8:00 game. Let's go.
Last week
Nighttime.
they stayed within 28 of LSU,
don't.
did they not?
Yeah, they stayed
covered.
within. Yeah, it was 17, I think, but they're not covering this time.
Oh.
I
I
feel
don't.
bad.
I think
I feel
Oregon.
bad.
I don't think Oregon is as great as people think.
Are they better than
They
UCLA?
almost lost to Boise State.
They almost lost.
All
They
right, so,
struggled.
hey,
They
give me the
struggled
hope.
with Idaho. They blew out Oregon State.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I mean, I think UCLA can cover that game.
What's the spread?
We're going to do our Big Five. 20.
Are you going to pick UCLA? Is that what you're saying? You're going to pick UCLA to cover the 25.5?
I bet on UCLA last week and won. I did pick them last week.
You did?
I'm looking at last week's
Hey,
pick.
look
I
at
picked
that. Look at
UCLA.
you.
It's just too big a number.
Yeah.
Like last night,
Yeah.
Bergman and I had a mythical money bet.
Yeah.
And thank you to Brandon Aubrey, who missed that field goal. The line was 5.5.
He hits everything else. He hits from 60 like it's nothing.
Yeah,
And
he
then-
hit from 60 last night. Missed the one that would have covered. So I beat Bergman. That was 20,000 mythical straight up. And then I had Malik Neighbors over the 6.5 receptions.
the easiest bet you've ever made.
That guy is amazing. And now
He's incredible. Now he's got a
I
concussion.
know. I have him in both my fantasy leagues.
I have him in mine too. So I hope he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay for himself and not
Yeah.
your fantasy leagues.
Well, both.
But
Yeah,
that's
well,
kind of
yeah.
how we think
Two
of things
things.
now.
Two things can
very-
be true at the same
Yes.
time.
I've
All right.
heard that before.
Coming up next, Raiders going to be shorthanded in Vegas on Sunday.
Ooh.
We got that for you. Plus, the Chargers have lost one of their best defensive players for this Sunday versus Kansas City. But is that suspension fair? All that's coming up for you. Big Friday. Mason in Ireland. Momo and Bergman here for Ireland 710 ESPN.
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season. In only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with two big bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Water Boy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Water Boy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Water Boy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Gear up for game day with GNC. Just like your favorite college team prepares for their matchup each week, you can get ready to crush your fitness goals with GNC. Your coaches are in stores, ready to help you build muscle like a linebacker or slim down after a tough season. They have everything you need, including all the top brands, the new flavors you crave, the hottest protein, pre-workouts, creatine, and more to tackle your fitness goals. Don't wait for the final whistle. Fuel your fitness at GNC. Visit your local GNC or GNC.com today.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
You're just hunting for compliments now.
How?
You're just hunting for them now.
In what way?
So, Laura and I were giving you compliments earlier.
Yeah, and it's very nice,
physique,
and I said thank you.
And then you went to Momo, and you're trying to hunt for compliments from Momo.
How did
now.
I? First of all, I did not hunt for compliments from you. That's something you just blurted out.
I did. Laura and I both just gave you compliments.
Say this,
that was very nice.
When you're working out all the time and you're eating right, you need validation. And the scale can be your validation. The way you feel can be your validation. But the best thing in the world is when someone who hasn't seen you in a while goes, hey, you look really good.
I know. I say it to everybody whether they look really good or not.
Yeah.
See, you're a liar.
If there's somebody, if I see somebody that I haven't seen, you look great.
Bad guy.
Wow, what have you been doing?
It probably feels really good.
That's
though.
not a bad guy.
Yes, because if
I'm
they
making
look like
them
crap,
feel good in the moment.
No, but if they look like crap and then they think they look good, they're going to keep doing things that make them look like crap.
Yeah.
What if they're thinking to themselves, I have gained 20 pounds. I haven't been working out. I've only been eating.
If
and
that's
now
what
you're
they
saying
say?
this, you being rude to me? That's what they think.
No. Okay,
100%.
so let's say you're that person.
Yeah. I feel
You've
terrible
let yourself
about myself.
go.
Yeah, let myself go.
And I say, hey, Bergman, you look great. What have you been doing?
Like, that's just mean. Why did you do it? I feel terrible right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you look good.
Oh, that's actually well done.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you. That was actually pretty well
I
done.
believe
Yeah.
that.
Why not be nice to people?
Yeah. You know what I like to do? I like to say, I really like those shoes, or I like it. What are you doing? Something with your hair? It looks good.
Right. Yeah. And
something like that.
Some
why not? It's
compliment
no skin off your
It's good to have.
You know, yesterday I went and when I bought the octopus balls,
Is this going to be the through line today?
The octopus balls
I
at
usually
Dodger
have one of those,
Stadium
yes,
last
time,
night.
Juicy ladies, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm
juicy
always
ladies.
walking the line with
The
you guys.
juicy
Yes,
ladies
you're
and octopus
there.
balls. We got
Octopus
it.
balls and juicy ladies. Here we go.
That sounds like a good
Momo's
lunch.
in business today.
No, but when I bought it, the thing comes up to tip.
Yep.
And I tipped the guy whatever the 10% was or whatever, the automatic. And he goes, "Hey, thanks for the tip." And I go, "Oh,
that never happens.
I know.
Nobody ever says thank you for the tip.
I go, "Oh, you're welcome." And he goes, when you give money like that, it comes back to you. I think it comes. And he
This is the concession guy at
he
Dodger
pulled
Stadium?
his mask down because he was wearing a mask. He pulled his mask down to say thank you for the tip. And when you do that, it comes back to you. And I hope that helps.
See, I
just
feel
like a nice thing.
when they give me that little screen, I feel so obligated to hit the biggest number.
Yeah. Oh, I hit the
biggest
smallest
number.
one.
No.
I do. I feel obligated. And I feel obligated.
You give something. That's all that
But
matters.
what if they know who I am and what I do, and then they're like, that guy only gave me 5% or whatever it is.
You still gave something.
Is that?
They start you off
Doesn't
at
matter
like
who you
15, so
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
And Momo, where was that? Because when I've gone to Dodger Stadium, I've gotten concessions and employees that would say, "Oh, thank you for the tip. That was really nice."
Okay,
I've
it
gotten
was
that.
on the field level, kind of down the third base side.
Okay, no,
Okay.
I've done more.
It's
field
at
level.
the octopus ball stand.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let me do this
Japanese street
Raiders.
food, that's
Let
what
me
it's
do
called.
this Raiders
Good.
thing
Yeah, it's
because we're
really
going to keep moving today.
Sorry. Oh, you got me.
So the Raiders are going to be shorthanded in Vegas on Sunday against the terrible Cleveland Browns.
That happened quick. Sorry,
No
Linz.
Max Crosby, no Devontae Adams
Oh,
for this game. Now, how are you feeling about your... And here's the difference, right?
Yeah.
So they're not Ireland's Raiders.
Yeah.
They're not. He's out.
They're
Fergie's.
your
They're
Raiders.
my
They're
Raiders.
Bergman's Raiders.
Correct.
But they're not Ireland's Raiders. So how are you feeling about your
I
Raiders?
had very low expectations this year, and therefore I'm not
They are
disappointed.
being met.
Yeah, fine.
They are being met, and now to have these types of injuries, Max Crosby, Michael Mayer, who's a good blocking and pass-catching tight end, and then you also have Divine Diablo out on the defensive
look at
end.
the flexor
Max
over
Crosby.
Oh, look at him.
Look, I watch
Flexor.
these games. I talk to Freddie Prinze Jr. every Sunday
You're
about
like,
these games.
you're deep in the depth
Wait,
chart
do
there.
you know what just happened?
What?
Yeah, it was a
Name
drop.
drop.
It was a name,
Name
drop.
drop. Did you
It
hear
just-
name drop?
You
Pick
missed
it up.
Yes,
Pick
you
it
missed
up.
You missed
He's
it.
stealing your celebrity.
Yeah,
Are you stealing
dropped that.
I
Mason's
did,
celebrity?
and it went right through like it was nothing to you.
Because you say it
caught
every
it.
time. I assume you and Freddie have something going all the time.
Yeah, every Sunday
During
we just
Raider
sit there.
games.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talk Raiders.
He's moved in on your star.
That's right. I
Uh,
stole
Freddie-
it. I stole
Freddie.
it. I love Freddie.
You're the one that banned him from the station,
I
and
did
now
not.
you're
I
buddies.
did not. I did not ban him. Someone else did.
How often do you
Can we
text
get
with
him
O'Shea?
back?
Oh, Shay. The other day he texted.
Yeah, I texted him. I heard from
Oh.
O'Shea
Yeah,
yesterday.
he,
Look at
he
you.
listens constantly. It's
Yeah.
not me. It's the show.
Because, you know, Den of Thieves 2 is coming out
I know.
now.
That's
The
right.
trailer's out,
I
the
know, I'm
poster's out.
excited.
Him and Gerard Butler,
Yep. It's
Is
gonna
he
be
getting
great.
beat up in
the
this
only
one?
two people that survived
Yeah,
Den of Thieves.
yeah.
But
No, and he says he's not getting the crap beat out of him this
Okay.
time. Yeah.
That's
All
always
right.
your first question to him. Is like, are you getting the crap beat out of you this time?
Yeah, exactly. Because my mom always says, boy, your friend really gets beat up a lot because she saw Den of Thieves.
No, but,
All
the,
right.
but the Raiders.
See what I'm
are-
doing here?
Yes, you're
Yep.
switching over to it. The
Switching
Raiders are
over.
really beat up offensively and defensively. It's gonna be tough. That's all.
When he plays the music, that's our cue to
Okay.
pivot.
He's changing. I was finishing this.
Yeah,
the
no,
thought.
it's fine. So
He
the
used to Seinfeld
Chargers,
me.
the Chargers have lost one of their best defensive players for this Sunday versus Kansas City, Derwin James. He was suspended for a hit last week against the Steelers that was definitely an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Yeah.
Or unnecessary roughness, I think is the
Right.
actual call. But I don't understand why he is suspended. Let me just play something. Let me kill this supercharger music. This is what Jim Harbaugh said about that hit.
Exactly what you would want somebody that what the league is trying to get to, which is take the head out of the game. But you can never really take the head out of the game because it's in between the two shoulders.
See, That's what I'm talking about. You can never take the head out of the game because it's right between the two shoulders.
It's a great Harbaugh quote.
It's so
I
hardball.
love
It's a good Harbaugh quote.
So hardball. So Derwin James, we all looked at the hit. I'm sure, Brian, you saw the hit.
I saw the hit, yes.
Unsportsmanlike, right? Unnecessary. It's
not
helmet to
iffy,
helmet. There was
Brian.
definitely helmet to helmet contact.
Pat Fryermuth said it wasn't, and he's
Pat
the one who got
Fryermuth
hit.
did say it was not a dirty
And
hit.
he was the one who got hit. So,
Right. You don't care about that. By the letter of the law, he used the crown of his helmet and hit Pat Fryermuth in his helmet.
Yes.
It's a helmet-to-helmet hit.
It was a helmet-to-helmet hit. So I understand why that's 15 yards
But it's
on the
hard
spot.
because, as Jim says, the
The
head
head.
is...
That's the problem. Everywhere you
Yeah.
go, the head is between the two shoulders.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right, but I think the biggest problem with it is that he – I see what you're doing. The biggest problem is that he is a repeat offender. He does
Yeah.
this constantly. This is what he's known for, is dirty hits in the NFL. It's very much like Momo. You can know this. Draymond
Draymond or
Green
Ron
is
Artest,
known for dirty hits, and so he gets refereed different.
Yeah,
But
that's right.
Yes?
doesn't the clock reset every year for Draymond Green? Another way to say keep
Yeah,
track
but they
of the
still
technical
they still
fouls.
view him through that lens.
Yes.
Like his margin for that was just a bad play or you didn't mean to do it. I saw it turned out. No, they just always think he did it on purpose.
So it is for a pattern.
Yeah.
But the pattern isn't like gigantic to me. He had 4 unnecessaries last year.
That's a decent amount of unnecessary
That's a
roughness
decent
penalties
amount. That's
in
a-
1 year.
But is that Draymond Green level?
It's different. More games in the NBA. There's only 17 games in the NFL. But this is something. It is a pattern, and this is something that even that Jim Harbaugh was talking about. He said that this is something the league is cracking down on.
Right.
And it happened. So he's somebody that's a repeat offender. Immediately, you get.
But
the
I
one
would
game.
also argue it's not always deliberate. I don't. It's not always.
No.
I am going.
I don't think
to,
it's deliberate. I think it's just you have to work to move your head out of the way.
Right.
It's right between your shoulders.
It is, as Harbaugh has pointed out.
It is between your shoulders.
Yeah.
And he doesn't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he's turning his head to get to his shoulder. He went straight forward. Yes, he could have gone a little bit more towards his shoulder, but
Right.
No matter what,
Also-
this is what the NFL upheld it too.
Yeah.
They suspended and upheld. So I don't think there's anywhere else to go with it.
No, I mean it's done. He's not playing. For me, I don't know why you. Brian, how do you feel about it? You're the Charger fan.
There's a couple things. I don't like the carryover from the different seasons. I don't think that's necessarily something you should hold against somebody, especially if they're trying
Totally
to
agree.
change.
I don't think it should carry over
Yeah.
season to season.
Yeah.
Like what if that's not a deliberate hit, sometimes you do unavoidably hit helmet to
Or
helmet.
you mean to get out of the way and the guy moves a different direction.
Right, exactly. And I don't think it should carry over
Yeah.
from the previous year.
It shouldn't, but Draymond Green, like you said, gets refereed differently.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't carry over from year to year. This is the same thing that's happened with Derwin James.
All right, coming up next for you. What did Shohei Ohtani say about making the playoffs?
Oh.
We've got that coming up next for you. Mason in Ireland. Momo's here. Bergman's here. We'll do some Wheel of Questions coming up as well. Lauren's here. Brian's here. 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, is a proud sponsor of your MLS champion LAFC radio broadcast on 710 ESPN. For over 30 years, Valvoline Instant Oil Change has provided quick, convenient maintenance services for busy people. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, and more. Just pull in to your neighborhood location and you'll be out in no time with your ride in peak performance. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and to score game-winning coupons off your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Go LAFC.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
All right, everybody, let's talk about Prize Picks. I want you to download the Prize Picks app, use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, and George Sedano, I think I now have you wrapped up in Prize Picks.
Oh, I'm all in, Cappy. I'm a newbie to this thing, but I am absolutely learning very quickly. I'm playing WNBA. I'm playing baseball. I'm playing football. More, less, you name it, I'm in.
Okay, everybody, for the month of September, Caleb Williams. Everybody watched Caleb Williams win the Heisman down the street at USC. Now we're watching him perform for the Chicago Bears. His normal, more or less number for yards passing would be 215.5. George, it's a free square at only half a yard.
Take the W, man. And by the way, you can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And it's the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, like we are here.
I want you to download the Prize Picks app, use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Let's all play together, let's all win together, and let's do it on Prize Picks.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson and Tucson Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end September 30th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
That's intriguing. That's very intriguing.
Okay.
It always is on a Friday.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually not where I wanted to go.
Oh,
boy.
But-
the real speaks.
But here we are. So according to a top divorce lawyer.
Okay. Oh, you just stopped at top, and I didn't know where you're going.
No, whoa, Greg.
Greg.
Top divorce.
Greg.
One of the top divorce lawyers. It is Friday, but no.
Yeah.
She's saying that the number one reason she finds that most of, or, one of her clients that she's defending is divorcing is because the spouse never participates in household chores and often breeds resentment to the other spouse, according to lawyer Sarah Corkin. Do you guys believe that that might be one of the top, according to her, is the top number one reason why people get divorced?
No.
You don't believe so? Well, let's talk about chores.
Okay.
Okay. We're all, Momo,
Adults.
you're
Yeah,
married.
married.
I've partnered for a long time.
Yeah.
Brian, you got Allison. You got your boo.
I do got the boo.
So what is the division of labor at your house, Momo?
Okay. Nevin's the morning person. I'm the night person.
Okay.
So I clean up things at night.
Yep.
Like after dinner and after the day, I wipe down the tables and clean stuff and, throw the laundry in the wash and whatever and dry or whatever. And then in the morning, he gets up and takes the stuff out of the dishwasher that I put in the night before and puts it away.
Okay. So there's
nighttime,
balance.
daytime kind of thing.
that works.
And then
Pretty good.
he feeds the cats in the morning.
Okay.
He's like the cat person.
Okay.
He takes Daniel to school because I am still working on getting up that early.
Right.
It's really early.
Yeah, sure.
I take Jacob because it's an hour later.
Right.
Okay.
So it sounds like you've got a very fair division of labor.
Yeah.
So do you and Allison live together? I don't know.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we
You
live
do?
with their grandmother that we help take care of.
Okay, so how does the division of labor go in the Brian-Allison relationship?
I'd say it's very similar to kind of how Momo was saying, where I am definitely more of the morning person.
Mhm.
So I do a bunch of the stuff in the morning, and Allison takes care of a lot of stuff at night.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the dog duties. I take care of the dog in the
Yeah.
morning. She takes care of the dog at night.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
okay, so there's a balance.
Yeah, there's a balance. There's got to be at least some balance.
Now, you and your
Gene?
Gene. Oh,
Gene.
we're allowed to say her name now.
Yeah, we've
Gene.
said it. We've said it
Okay.
a bunch of times. Yeah.
You and Gene don't live together,
We
right?
do not live together, but she stays with me basically like 5 out of 7 nights of the week.
Okay.
So she's over a lot.
Yeah.
But she does a lot of the cooking. I do all of the dishes, but while I'm doing the dishes, she'll like clean the stove and do other things. We both vacuum the entire place.
Mhm.
It's very, very even.
Even.
I do cook every once in a while,
Yep.
and when I cook, she'll do the dishes, and we just
Aw.
switch. It works out really well.
You guys are cute.
Thank you,
So-
Laura.
Cute.
Laura, you
Aw.
and Boo don't live together, do you?
We don't, but he does stay over from Friday till Monday, so it's
Okay.
kind of, living weekend boyfriend.
So
kind of.
my division of labor at my house
You're a Christian in this
is
situation.
a little imbalanced.
Yeah, you do nothing.
No, I don't do nothing.
You don't do nothing.
I do stuff.
What'd you do, Mace?
I set the table.
Okay.
Okay.
I wipe the table down afterwards.
Hey, that's something.
I rinse the dishes.
But you don't put them in the dishwasher, huh?
No, I just rinse them.
Yeah,
Rinse.
see? The boo here.
Rinse them.
There's an E.
What else do I do?
So there was a party he had a couple years ago, and he goes, "Look, I put up all of these lights.
I did put up all those lights. Why do you not believe I put up the lights?
Mad against it because
I did. I
Juan did
lit that-
absolutely everything
I
else.
lit
Like,
that
I put up
yard
the lights.
perfectly. No, when we have a party, I definitely do 30% of the
I
work.
do all the
That's
I
hilarious.
do all the yard work. I
Do
all the
you?
yard
Do
work.
you really?
I'm a gardener.
All of it. Oh yeah.
Farmer
that's
Momo.
why.
Don't you
That's
guys
what
know
I
this
do.
about
I'm
me?
in charge of the plants and stuff on the patio.
okay,
all those,
that's great.
all those
Great.
things. I planted them all. I
Yeah.
take care of them all. So they're 35%
I like
of the
to say,
work.
in our relationship, I'm the producer, he's the director.
Okay.
I have the big picture vision. I like think through the long term and how we're going to go things, and he executes.
Have you gotten rid of the gophers yet?
Okay. You really want to hear about this?
I'm sorry, Mace. Go ahead.
Yeah,
So you
I was
open that can of worms. Save the
Christian
gophers.
doesn't help, by the way.
It's not
you
the
know?
gophers. It's
Christian
the
doesn't do
coyotes.
No,
anything.
he does, but you
Coyotes,
didn't
yeah.
ask.
Boo's
And the raccoons.
lazy.
No, but you
Lazy
didn't
Boo?
ask, so
Yeah.
I just threw that in there.
Yeah, no, I would estimate that I do 33% of the work.
33%.
33%.
The only thing that matters is whether or not Juan is resentful.
He's not.
So you're good.
Yeah. I mean, he's the CEO of Steve Mason Inc. So
exactly.
he kind of runs the show, and I'm
Same.
okay with that. All right, so let's do Dodgers clinch last night. Dramatic moment for Shohei Ohtani as he drives in the go-ahead run. And it was, finally the Dodgers do clinch. We did not expect it to be this close. I thought they'd win the division by 10 games. Instead, it comes down to the last few games of the season. And I believe that is a healthy and positive thing for the Dodgers, that they had to play hard and got some playoff-type games toward the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it has to help as you're getting to the end of the season. No matter what, if you're playing your best baseball going into the postseason, you're going to play better. I don't fully agree and believe in that theory so much because we've seen it both ways so many different times. But if the last two seasons mean anything, you're going to be right this time.
Right. The last two times it came close, including one year they didn't win the division, the year they didn't win the division to the Giants.
Right.
They both made it to the CS.
Right.
So
I will say this. I think that they had to fight for it, and they have had to figure out how to win without great starting pitching. But there was I had a couple takeaways from that game. Walker Buehler looks pretty good.
He was,
as Andrew Friedman
he
said
got
afterwards,
through it.
he has been pointing upward all season.
Yep.
That was his phrase afterwards. He was on the field and he had like baby powder on him that Kike had gotten all messed up with.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't
pretty
like
funny.
the baby powder.
Yeah, like a champagne and baby powder. Ooh.
Yeah, awful.
Not a good combination. But he was like, Walker Buehler, we knew he had the stuff. He just needed the command and the execution. And he said, he's been pointing upwards.
Yes.
And he had the competitiveness and he's not afraid. And so I felt like after watching that game, Flaherty's number one.
Yep.
But I feel like Walker might be number two.
Not Yamamoto. I think Yamamoto's number two.
I'm with
he
Mace.
is, but how many innings is he
He's
giving
not
you?
giving us more than 4.
Right.
Well, not yet. He's going to pitch on
And
Saturday.
Walker's like maybe 5 or 6, maybe.
Well, I think all of them are.
Yeah.
I mean, Flaherty's the one that's got a chance to get you to the 7th.
Yeah.
The other 2, you just hope you get through 5.
So Walker Buehler last night went 5 on 71 pitches. He could have gone another inning.
He
However,
could've.
I was
He was fighting to stay in.
He was fighting to stay in. I was glad that Dave Roberts pulled him.
too.
Let him have the confidence to go into the postseason. I finished on a good outing. 3, 4, 5 was coming up. So that was going to be, what was it? That Profar. And then Machado, and then Tatis was 2, and then Merrill. So there was going to be guys that could hit him and hit him hard. So it was very nice to just pull him out, leave on a good outing.
Yeah,
Machado has already hit him 3 times.
Yeah, I thought just generally speaking, I mean, it's hard to take your eyes off Shohei Ohtani. After the game last night, Ohtani, through his interpreter, talked about getting to the playoffs.
そうですね、ここで、こうやって勝つことが目標ではあったので、その中でシーズンの中でも非常に重要なシリーズでしたし、みんなそこに向けての意気込みっていうのは他のシリーズよりもやっぱり高かったんじゃないかなと思います。
This series was something special. It was something that really stood out throughout the year. Obviously, to be able to clinch it is the reason why I'm here.
Reason why he's here. First time in the playoffs.
There was a lot of Japanese and a little bit of
That's
English.
what I don't understand. There is always a lot more Japanese.
That was a lot of Japanese.
Why is that? It always seems like that.
But that's like that with any language. I can say a lot in Spanish, and then it's 2 or 3 words in English.
But don't you think the interpreter is like...
He's like summarizing.
Abbreviating?
Yeah.
Depende, porque yo puedo decir muchas cosas y ustedes no lo van a entender.
Right.
I mean, different things.
Different things to have.
Things I heard.
This was Shohei afterwards.
Yeah, Decopine.
So I stayed on the field. He and Decoy and his fiance were on the field, and like all the guys came back out of the clubhouse and onto the field, and I stayed because I like to watch that part where they come back on the field, and like most of the guys are with their wives and kids. All these little toddlers running around. It's very cute, and Shohei is like runs over and grabs Decoy. So cute.
It's so cute. I love that dog.
Yeah, I love that dog too. I've got the bobblehead.
Did you buy it?
I got one. I bought one.
The gold
eBay.
one?
No, the gold one is like crazy expensive. But I bought one with him and Decopine from a couple of weeks back when they did it. And
How much did you drop on that?
Too much.
Too much?
But I want it because when I do the Culture
it.
Pop podcast, I like stuff in the background. So I've got my McVay bobblehead. I've got my Shohei bobblehead.
You know what I've been working on?
What?
I'm getting a Brian Windhorst bobblehead.
Oh yeah, they did that at the Akron Rubber Ducks. I guess.
And I go, Brian, I need a Windhorst bobblehead. I need one.
Which is a bigger talking piece, the Windhorst or the Decopine and Shohei?
Probably slightly Decopine.
Probably a little bit.
Yeah.
Brian is
and
a
the
little,
McVay.
a little inside baseball.
Has
here.
anybody on the Culture Pop podcast actually asked you about your bobbleheads?
Yes. Who asked me about it? No, they're new. Nobody's because they both just got there.
Oh, they both
just got there in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, nobody yet. I haven't had a big sports guy on since we got. Are you watching the Aaron Hernandez show?
Not yet. I will.
It's good.
It's
Are you
from
watching
my
it?
people.
No,
it's good. The actor,
the people who did Clipped,
yeah,
are the ones who did the Aaron Hernandez one. So
is
I
that like
watch
Nina Jacobson
Yeah.
and those people? Yeah,
Yeah.
They're going to be on the podcast on Monday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They did yours.
Clips, yeah.
Oh yeah, that gives us another
That's
angle
my
to
girl.
talk about.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
She's big time.
She is, but she did the Hunger Games.
Did she really?
Yeah, People versus OJ and all that stuff.
Wow. All right, I want to play one more thing here before we go to Sports Graffiti. Deion Sanders, who is opinionated and has a comment about everyone and everything, was talking about Shohei Ohtani.
Really?
Listen to what Deion said about Shohei.
But Ohtani is that he's incredible, man. I mean, you could compare him to the Jordans and those Tom Brady's of the world. That's who he is. He's doing things that we haven't fathomed.
So the one thing he hasn't done yet that obviously Jordan did is win a title, and Tom Brady did win a title. So now's the time to complete the resume.
Yeah.
You add a World Series championship upon everything else you've done, and you move to legendary status.
Not only does he not have a championship, he doesn't have a playoff appearance.
He'll have
so
his
now
first
he'll
playoff
have a
at that.
playoff appearance. And he also did something. He made history yesterday also. He has 400 total bases now, and it hasn't happened since 2001. Wow. Only 23 players in history have gotten to 400 total bases. The guy is incredible
Even
on every
without
level.
the pitching, he's been worth every penny.
Yeah.
Well, they're paying him $3 million, but he's been worth every penny, including the money that's
You know what
deferred.
got me last night? He was at second base, and there's a sac fly hit to right field. I think it was Kiermaier maybe who got pinch hit or something for Freddie. I forget who it was.
It might have been
Somebody, huh?
Taylor?
Chris Taylor?
Could have been Taylor.
Yeah.
So he hits the ball out there, and Shohei tags up from second. And this is not an easy one to run on. It was kind of shallow. And Shohei's like, I'm going. And you're running on a good arm in right field. He threw a strike, and Shohei beat it by a mile.
Yeah, he was there way before the ball got there. And Tatis
I'm
does
like,
have a very strong.
Can I ask a very
like
important question?
Yeah.
Wasn't Matthew Berry going to be on at 12:30 today?
No, he's on at 2:30 today.
Oh, shoot. I thought we totally missed Matthew Berry.
No.
Okay.
That's another reason that you don't check your text messages.
Well, no, I check them.
No, right.
And if somebody
Just
sends
don't
an
pay attention
email
to
and there's
them.
stuff on it, and I sort of absorb what I can absorb.
It's okay. We got you.
Okay,
2:30.
2:30, Matthew Berry.
Yeah.
So make sure you're here for that. All right. Let's do some sports graffiti. Let's
do it.
roll. 877-710-ESPN. Now, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
It's Friday. That means anything goes on the phones today. 877-710-ESPN. We've talked about Dodgers. We've talked about, I think we got everybody in there. We got Raiders. We got Chargers. Actually, we didn't dunk in on the Rams a little bit, I guess. It's a huge sports weekend. USC versus Wisconsin at the Coliseum tomorrow. Big Ten home opener. All that stuff and whatever else you got. 877-710-ESPN. Mason in Ireland. Momo's here. Bergman's here. 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club.
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Now is a great time to visit the Commerce Casino and Hotel, located 7 miles south of downtown LA, just off the 5 freeway. Come experience some of the best action that SoCal has to offer. There's always a seat at the table at LA's Commerce Casino, with the widest variety of poker and table games around, from easy baccarat, hold'em, 21st century blackjack, and many more. Commerce Casino is where the game reigns.
Must be 21. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
We're getting crushed out here. What's going on with you, Nick? You used to be the unstoppable king of flag football.
I'm feeling my age. At 40, I feel like I can't keep up anymore.
Is it lower testosterone?
Lower T?
Yeah. When you turn 40, you have less testosterone. It's harder to stay lean and get the same results you used to get. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I know Nugenix. It really gives you an edge.
No question. At work, the gym, the bedroom, Nugenix turned back the clocks. Now I've got the same energy that I did in my 20s.
I want to try Nugenix.
All right, time out. Guys, go text Nugenix and get yourselves a complimentary bottle to try.
Text AREA to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The black and gold are riding high after a memorable moment on Wednesday night at BMO Stadium.
It is over. LAFC has won the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
The busy schedule rolls on for LAFC as they invade FC Cincinnati tomorrow for a cross-conference battle.
In the air, right-footed shot it in. Over Campos, score!
Coverage of LAFC versus FC Cincinnati begins tomorrow at 4 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans.
Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, going to do some sports graffiti here. Momo's here. Bergman's here. Everybody's in the house. Anything goes today. Let's start out with Luis. Luis, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Luis.
Hey, so I'm glad Momo's there today because this question is for her.
Let's
so
go.
I was asked this the other day. Went to El Camino just like you, 98.
Hey,
I think you were
97.
I don't know. Yeah, I saw you. You guys win the city championship at UCLA softball field.
Wow.
Anyway, so somebody asked me, who was the most famous person from El Camino? And you're one of them. But I want to know what you think because I have two, and they're really not for the greatest reasons. One of them, Jesse Hollywood, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the other one was, I don't know if you were there still, but Joey Buttafuoco's daughter went there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Remember Joey Buttafuoco?
Yeah,
and
I'm
Amy
pretty
Fisher,
sure
the Long Island
She went
Lolita?
to. Aren't
So-
you sure? Did she go to Calabasas?
Greg's like, hey,
I think
I
she
know
went to
that one.
Calabasas.
No, I think it's Tiffany Haddish and America Ferrara. Tiffany Haddish
Yeah,
and
it
America
was Tiffany
Ferrara.
Haddish.
They're tough to beat. Oh,
And
wasn't-
Billy Zabka. Billy's
Billy Zabka.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Johnny
Well,
Lawrence.
He's
Yeah.
William Zabka. He doesn't like to be called
he
Billy.
doesn't
He's
like that
William.
anymore.
No,
Yeah.
but Tiffany Haddish was like there when we were there.
Right.
I think she's your
Yes,
class.
she was.
by the
Remember,
way.
she was the mascot.
Yeah, she was the mascot for the
Remember
band.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh,
Band
wow.
mascot.
Did
and
you know her?
I did not really
No?
know her.
Yeah.
No.
I did. I knew her.
Boy,
was
she
cool.
is such a funny,
Yeah.
funny lady.
And America Ferrara, I think she was kind of like homeschool. I think she kind of did it. I also think the Jenners went there to Miguel Leones, the continuation high school there.
Okay.
They did the homeschool stuff.
All right. We're not going to go through the entire class.
I'm just saying.
Can. She's funny.
Tiffany Haddish.
She is.
from
She's
the-
so I'm here. funny.
That's Tiffany
I'm here.
Haddish from the Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah.
Go, TT. Let's go to Andrew. Andrew, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey guys, first time caller, long time listener. Two things. As an Angels fan, quotation marks for fan, I am so excited that Ohtani's finally getting to the playoffs and he's not in baseball purgatory like Trout is. So I'm so excited to watch that. The second thing is something you were talking about, Mason, a long time ago, a couple weeks ago, that you're terrified to go to the dentist.
Yes.
Next time you go, you need to call me. That's actually my profession. Is I'm a dental anesthesiologist.
Oh,
So
you're
you
a
let me know
dental
if you
anesthesiologist.
are.
No, I
Do you
only
use
need
the laughing gas?
I only need the nitrous. I don't need to go completely under, right, Andrew?
You don't need to. If you don't need to, then that's fine. But next time we'll get you the good stuff. If you like your
Hey.
gummies, you'll like what I have to give you.
All right, awesome.
Whoa.
Thank you,
God.
Andrew. Appreciate
That's,
that. Yeah.
that's intriguing.
The
Take
good
him up
stuff.
on it.
The good stuff. Let's go to where are we here? Let's go to David. David, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, David.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm a diehard Saints fan. Let me know what you guys think of this season. I know we kind of laid an egg last Sunday, but we're playing the Falcons. Let's go Saints.
All right, there you go.
Wow.
There's a Saints fan.
Not very many of those.
Super
Here.
random on an
He's
LA
been,
radio
he's
station.
been very good. The Saints have been very
Yeah,
good.
got an offense.
Derek Carr has been very. They did lay an egg last week.
Yep.
Alvin Kamara looks like he found the fountain of youth. He all of a sudden looks as good as he ever has been.
Yeah. But last week, no good.
Last week, no
The
good.
offenses look pretty good, but Atlanta has a very good defense. Has held good
Yeah.
defenses down, so that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I would take the Falcons.
You would lean Falcons.
I would lean Falcons
Straight up.
straight up.
I would lean. Where's the game?
Should be in Atlanta, I believe.
In Atlanta, I would lean Atlanta. If it's in
I'd have
New
to look
Orleans,
it
I
up.
would lean New Orleans. I think home field, that's got to be a 2.5 or 3 point spread, I would imagine. Let's go to Popper.
2.5. You're right. 2.5 in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, okay.
Shohei is
Popper.
now naked.
Just randomly.
So
Popper,
I was
go
at the
ahead,
game
man.
Also last night. Hey guys, so I was at the game also last night. And, I still think it should be overlooked at how awesome it is that such an international that's Shohei Ohtani. How awesome it is that he's wearing our jersey. You're seeing all of these ads from Japanese companies. There was a company sitting in the 2 rows in front of us, full 16 people coming to be there.
Popper, we're having a little trouble hearing you, but it is amazing the number of Japanese tourists who fly in over the course of the season to go to games. In fact, there was a nugget. This is the second highest attendance the Dodgers have ever had, over 3.9 million fans.
I like all the jerseys that they sell with his name and like Japanese characters.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. There's like all these cool. I like the octopus balls.
Yeah.
Those
They're
are cool.
so good.
Yeah.
Japanese street food.
They're good.
They had fried rice balls too. Those,
Yeah,
so good.
yeah. No, I think it is amazing. It's amazing the worldwide market for this guy.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Everything is now sponsored. At bats are now sponsored. If
Right.
you look up at the big board, they show it's
He
like
pays for himself.
Yeah, he paid it for himself immediately. That's why that $700 million was nothing.
You know what bothers me at Dodger Stadium is when they put up those ads for Forest Lawn. It is such a downer to me. It's like all of a sudden, we're
in
watching
baseball heaven, and then we're talking about
watching
actual
a game.
heaven.
And by the way, when you die,
Pop's dying. Go to Forest Lawn.
Go to Forest Lawn. Let's go to Joe. Joe, you're on
Right
Sports
off the
Graffiti.
405.
Go ahead, Joe.
Hi. First of all, I just want I have well wishes to John's mother, and
thank you.
Second of all, I'd like John to apologize to Walker Buehler when he comes back.
We will make sure that he makes that apology.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've been doing this a couple of times this week, but John's mom is doing well after surgery and working her way back. So thanks for all the prayers. And John, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll be back on Monday. We're going to be at Lakers Media Day on Monday.
He did say that he will be back on Monday, hopefully, as long as everything is still okay. But if he's not here on Monday, just stay and do what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to Travis. Travis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Trav.
Good afternoon. First off, I want to say it's awesome anytime we get to hear from Oro Hershiser. I mean, that dude is just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the little intricacies with baseball. And then secondly, it's a sad day for baseball in Oakland. You know, I know everyone's Dodger fans and this and that, but it's sad to see the A's leave, and you know the owner's got to go. I know half the defenders of the owner want to blame the fans. But imagine putting a subpar product out there year after year, letting the building fall apart, and charging Dodger prices at the stadium. It's not. That's the reason why Angel fans have fans, is because they're half the price of the Dodgers. You know, and you can't just charge a maximum product and not put any money on the
Travis,
field.
are you from Oakland?
I grew up, 20 minutes south of Oakland. I'd take BART going to games growing up. It was so cheap and so fun. I mean, everything from the Bash Brothers to the Giambi Brothers and, everything after that. And Momo, hopefully you got to experience it while you were going to school up there.
Yeah. Not that era, but, the Bash
No,
Brothers
not that era, but the Coliseum in general. I mean, you're a Raider fan, so hopefully you got to go to Raider games there and everything.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad. I went up there a lot covering the Warriors. And they're right next to each other, the Oakland Coliseum and the
the old one,
yeah,
the round one off the freeway.
And sometimes
there.
like we'd be there at the same time as the Raider game, or the if there was a game on a Sunday or something. Sometimes we'd be there at the same time as the A's game. It was hard to park when there was a Raider game. It was not hard to park when there was an A's game.
Yeah.
Same park.
I mean, it's a bad
no
ballpark,
it was terrible.
and falling
coming up,
apart.
yeah.
And
Did you guys see?
It was all. Go ahead.
Oh,
Laura.
sorry. Did you guys see there was a picture of an older gentleman that said, "I was here for the first pitch in 1968, and I'm here for the last
Wow.
one." That hit me. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's so
it was
sad.
And it was all greed too. Apparently, the city of Oakland was found a way to pay for a ballpark, and they said no to it. That they
Did
wanted,
they?
Yeah, they turned it
There
down.
was a plan?
Apparently there was a plan that they could build a new ballpark, and they decided that they want to go there.
I don't know.
go a little farther back with this one. Okay. They had an owner before this who was a little bit
Before
better.
Fisher.
Yeah, before Fisher. Same with Lou Wolf. And he had a deal to move the A's to San Jose. Okay, they had a stadium that they were going to build in San Jose. It was all ready to go. And the Giants blocked it because that's technically part of their territory. And Bud Selig was the commissioner at the time, and Bud stood by the Giants and said that's their territory. It's like Santa Clara, San Jose area.
Right.
And so the previous ownership group kind of, well, that was their big shot, and that's it, and they couldn't get it done. And I think it's, I think there was just too many attempts. And that's why I give the Warriors a lot of credit that they were able to self-finance and find a site up in San Francisco to build the Chase Center.
Right.
Because it's really hard to get things done in California. It's just
I
city
think,
government.
and by the way, I think anymore,
Yeah.
if you're Stan Kroenke, you just build it.
You just build it yourself.
If you're Steve Ballmer, you just build it.
Right.
You're a billionaire for a reason. And I don't think taxpayers should be forced to pay. And that's, by the way, why the A's may never get a deal in Las Vegas.
Right.
Taxpayers are still pissed off over the football stadium.
Yeah.
And now they're going to charge them for a baseball park.
Yeah, and I just think if you're a billionaire in other cities where they're like really happy to have you and the taxpayers buy into that, but not in California. It doesn't happen here.
All right, last call is from our friend Raider Rubin. Raider Rubin, you're on Sports Graffiti. I saw a beautiful picture of your daughter today on Twitter. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you, guys. I know Ireland's not there. Shout out to Mama Ireland. Hopefully she gets better.
Yes.
But Momo and Bergie, since you guys are there, we know what Ireland's been talking about the Raiders, going back and forth with his fandom. But he needs to know that Raider Nation isn't upset when he talks trash about the Raiders when they're not playing well. We're mad at him for him jumping ship because we've been here for the last 20 years. Right, Momo? Right, Bergie? We've been here. We don't jump ship. Win, lose, or tie. Raiders till we die. That's the motto. Shout out to the OK Coliseum. Going to miss that place. Love you guys. Have a great day.
All right, thanks,
Go
Raider
Raiders.
Rubin. Appreciate it, man.
So it is a good point. He's saying, and he's right. It's not the fact that he says bad things about the Raiders or said they don't have a quarterback. That's not it at all. It's the fact that once one thing happens, I'm not a Raider fan anymore. I'm going somewhere else.
If they trade Khalil Mack, I'm not a Raiders fan anymore.
I'm done anymore.
If they go into the season without a quarter, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can be critical of your team.
Sure.
Right? Like, I don't really have reason to be critical of the Rams, but no matter what happens, like during their 6 and 12? 6 and 10,
6 and 11.
6 and 11 season, 17 games, 6 and 18
6
games.
and 11.
Anyway, whatever. I didn't bail. I didn't say, oh, Rams suck, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
No, because you stick with your team no matter what. And that's why when he talks badly about UCLA, it's fine. He went to UCLA. It's just when he says we when it comes to the Chargers.
Yeah, he said we when it comes to the Chargers.
And we when it comes to USC. It's
Yeah.
like you're not actually being a fan right now. It's fine. Say anything negative you want. Just don't say we for a rival fan base.
Right. Now, can I ask a point of information here?
Yes.
12:30, 2 o'clock. Okay, so Ryan Abraham is at 2 and Matthew Berry is at 2:30.
Correct.
Okay, so we'll do a little USC football coming up as well. And there's a very funny tweet I want to react to. And impact rookies in the NFL this year.
A lot of them.
It's amazing. Well, I'll talk about that coming up next for you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
I'm walking down the street minding my own business, I swear to you. And there's these 4 people in front of me, 2 guys, 2 girls, and the 2 guys are both wearing Padre baseball hats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's this guy walking at them. This guy must have been 6'5", 260, ripped and lean, wearing a big-ass weight belt, and he's carrying like a 70-pound dumbbell. And the guy looks at him like Hulk Hogan, and he goes, L.A. all day, right? So, like, he's, like, taunting these 2 little Padre fans, right? Now, he's walking right at me. And, dude, this guy takes his 70-pound dumbbell, and he jams it right into my forearm.
No way.
And I'm like, ow! And I was like, I'm going to have to kick this guy's freaking ass. And then I realized he was like 6'5", 270, shirtless, sweaty, carrying a 70-pound dumbbell, and I just massaged my arm the rest of the night. You know?
LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Kick off the season with huge savings at George Chevrolet. Hurry in and drive home a new Chevy Tahoe or Suburban with $5K in total savings. $5K off new Corvette models. Over $10K off Blazer EV or Equinox EV and many more. At George Chevrolet, your 6-time Chevy Dealer of the Year in Bellflower or shop online at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Discount calculated off MSRP on select models. Available to all buyers. Corvette offer excludes E-Ray and ZL6 models. Must take delivery by 9/30/24. For full details, call 866-949-4805.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
Feel the ground tremble. The Morongo Band of Mission Indians invite you to the 33rd Annual Thunder and Lightning Powwow. Enjoy authentic arts, crafts, and cuisine of Native American culture. All are welcome to this free, family-friendly event. Go to morongopowwow.com for more information. The Thunder and Lightning Powwow, September 27th through the 29th.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. With airfare for two, a two-night hotel stay, and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
We're getting crushed out here. What's going on with you, Nick? You used to be the unstoppable king of flag football.
I'm feeling my age. At 40, I feel like I can't keep up anymore.
Is it lower testosterone?
Lower T?
Yeah. When you turn 40, you have less testosterone. It's harder to stay lean and get the same results you used to get. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I know Nugenix. It really gives you an edge.
No question. At work, the gym, the bedroom, Nugenix turned back the clocks. Now I've got the same energy that I did in my 20s.
I want to try Nugenix.
All right, time out. Guys, go text Nugenix and get yourselves a complimentary bottle to try.
Text AREA to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
You put the ease in that cool summer breeze. I saw the weirdest tweet, but dead on. The tweet reads, "Nobody says W's like Venice Mace." And you know, it is a gift I have because I worked east of the Mississippi and I worked for a lot of W radio stations.
Oh, yeah.
WWW.
WNEW.
WNEW.
WNEW. I worked at WRQN.
Out
I
here,
used
it's
to
always
listen
a K.
to WLW.
Why is it a W back there and a K here?
I don't know the answer
Like we're K
to that.
KSPN.
Yeah, it splits in the middle of the country. It's K on this side.
It's
and
like
the
they
east
ran
side
out
is
of
what-
letters.
But there's really only the two.
There's only one and one. Yeah.
So why?
There's only one station east of the Mississippi that starts with a K.
Oh.
Is there?
KDKA in Pittsburgh.
How do you know
you're
that?
right.
Yeah, because my
There's a-
folks lived in Pittsburgh for a while. Yeah.
Yinzer.
Yinzer. All right, so this
is
year
some-
has been interesting because in the NFL, because rookies have had a gigantic impact on their teams. And I don't remember a year where rookies have made such an immediate impact. If you look around the league, I mean, some of the guys. I mean, I think that Caleb Williams is going to be fine. He's not going to win this weekend, but I think he'll be fine. Jaden Daniels has been
he
damn
looked
good. Malik Neighbors, who played last night, left with a concussion at the end of the game. He had like 17 targets last night. Rome Odunze in Chicago has been really good. Rams will see him on Sunday. Bo Nix won a game last week. Maybe not. I don't know if he's necessarily. Brock Bowers had more catches in his first two games than any rookie tight end has ever had.
He's going to be a star, that guy.
Jared Verse has been finding a way to get pressure on the quarterback for
Marvin
the Rams.
Harrison Jr. has been
Marvin Harrison Jr. has been money, absolutely. So now when you're drafted, you kind of are right into the fire, and you can and almost need to make an immediate impact.
Especially if you're a first-round pick, those are the ones that really have to come in and be something else. Like Leatu Latu in Indianapolis had a strip sack fumble the other day. He's playing really well.
He is always going to be a great player.
He is always going to be a great player. Brian Thomas Jr. is in Jacksonville, has already been an impact player. A lot of these guys are coming straight in here and being actual impact. I don't feel like, you're right, Mace, I don't know when the last time it has been this big. And a lot of the quarterbacks, too.
Yeah, a lot of the quarterbacks, yeah.
I mean, I think
there's usually 4 that don't
Brady
make
has
it.
that whole riff on, he doesn't like that quarterbacks play right away, that you should sit for a year and you should learn the game and not get thrown into the fire. The truth is, the reason why they're drafting a quarterback is because they don't have one and they need someone right away.
Yes.
And they're willing
and you can't afford to wait.
Yeah, you can't afford to wait. You got to live with the growing pains. There's very few teams like Atlanta who can draft a guy and then have Kirk Cousins there.
Right.
Very few teams that can do that.
Yeah.
That's going to probably help Penix down the road, don't you think?
It depends. It depends. There are examples of guys who got thrown in right away, C.J. Stroud, and have been great. Yep. And there are issues. There are times when quarterbacks wait a couple of years, even a couple of years, and it doesn't necessarily work out.
Career backups at that point?
Career backups, yeah.
And they just weren't that good.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Love, he got off to a little bit of a rocky start last year, and then he finally kind of found it.
Right.
But he was looking like, he was just sitting around for a long time, and he wasn't actually that good.
I'm trying to get to as much stuff as I can today. So
it's a Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday. Dodgers clinched the National League West last night.
They did.
One guy who I feel badly for is Clayton Kershaw, who is there. He says he's trying to find a way, but it doesn't sound like he's especially close.
No.
Does it?
It doesn't sound like he's close at all. But
he says he wants to.
He wants to, but he stopped throwing. He still can't push off on that foot.
Right.
He did pitch that. Remember, he had that 80 pitch bullpen that he did. But since then, he hasn't done anything else. It looks like they're kind of just holding him back.
So after the game last night, he talked to Sportsnet LA.
Look, you never know. I say it every year. You just never know when you're going to get to celebrate with a group of guys, regardless if you've been a huge contributor or, like myself, barely been a part of it. So I enjoy it no matter what. I know it's hard to do, and I know that it's just a special thing to do, and I know someday it's going to end. So I try to enjoy it no matter how much of an impact I've made on the team, and this is a great group of guys.
Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see if he's able to pitch at all, even as you get deeper into the playoffs, assuming we are going deeper into the playoffs.
So let me ask you a real question.
Oh, yeah, real question.
No fake questions here. It's all real.
Yes.
Do you want him to pitch in the postseason?
I mean, it depends how he pitches. I mean, he could be.
I mean, with your heart of hearts, you see the name Kershaw, and you're like, oh, yeah, we have to have Kershaw.
I hate that expression, in your heart of hearts. Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. There's a lot of expressions.
Deep down inside.
Deep down inside,
yeah. But either way, do you actually want to see him pitch in the postseason?
I would love to see him pitch in the postseason. Yeah, from a I'm a fan of Clayton Kershaw perspective.
But from a Dodger team perspective, do you want to see him?
Hard to believe he could be effective.
Exactly. So if he can't be effective, do we want to see him? I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Momo, what do you think? You're a big Kershaw fan.
I am, but I don't think you can just come in cold.
Yep.
I just don't if he'd been able to ramp up a little bit these last couple of weeks, like going to Colorado would be a perfect chance to just go throw some innings where it doesn't matter right now and see where you're at.
Yep.
It's also a weird ballpark.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. But still, just get an inning in. I would love it if he could be sharp for an inning, to give him an inning out of the bullpen. But I don't
know if you give up a roster spot for a guy that might throw an inning.
Right.
I think he's the pitching coach right now.
Yeah.
I think he is the veteran guy that Walker Buehler goes to when he's in the fourth inning and he's going to face the lineup the second time through, and he wants to have a chat.
Yeah, to talk to in the clubhouse. That's fine. In the dugout, not actually
to
going
mentor.
out on the field. To mentor, totally fine. But
he's like Greg Maddux right now.
Yeah,
that's it.
Totally
Greg
fine.
Maddux.
Yeah, teach some of these young guys. Teach Landon Knack some of your pitches. Teach them to get them into a good space. Love that. I don't really want to see him pitch in a game.
Now, all that said, I want to see Shohei.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I know. You can't really come in cold after not. I still want to see Shohei pitch.
We've been wanting to see him pitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, next year.
I don't know.
Not this year. John.
Not this year.
Mace.
Don't call me.
I do that with my kids. Sometimes it takes me 3
Sometimes
tries.
it just
Do
happens.
I want to see him pitch next year?
No, this year.
No.
I do.
I'd love to see it. I just don't believe he will be effective.
I do.
Neither do I. I don't think he's.
Oh,
I do.
Momo. She's sticking to her gun. She says yes.
I bet mythical money on it.
You did? You actually did.
Oh,
It
I
was
did.
like
You did.
$25K, right?
Yeah, that's right.
No, I just rather him be healthy for next year.
So, Momo, every week we take our 5 games. Don't be winking. Now you're just saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff. You're on YouTube.
Messing
Everybody
with
can
you.
see.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah. So every week we pick 5 games, the 5 big games against the spread.
Okay, let's do
And
it.
we are all doing really, really well. I'm 8-7. Laura's 8-7.
Is that well?
Bergman's 7-8. I mean, we're
going 5
just
and 5.
batting 500.
Okay.
So
I'm
we got
not usually that great at this either.
we
but
got
okay.
the 5 big games coming up.
Let's go.
Rams, Chargers, Raiders, UCLA, and USC, and we will do it next. Mason and Ireland. Momo's here. Bergman's here. 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about my buddy Jacob. You talk Rams, you got to think Jacob. Official legal sponsor of the Los Angeles Rams. Let me ask you something. You're going out this weekend. You're going to have some fun. Get rid of the script. And you get into some kind of accident. Maybe you're driving, you get sideswiped, you get rear-ended, or it's an accident with a commercial vehicle, or you're in an Uber or a Lyft and get into an accident, any of this stuff. The first thing that's going to happen is that you're going to get a call from the other guy's insurance company. And the key is do not accept that call. At that point, when the insurance company is ready to call you, you want to call Jacob. He'll deal with the insurance company. He'll make sure you have a rental car. He'll make sure your car gets fixed. He'll deal with the insurance and the paperwork and jump through all the hoops. He's going to get you the medical attention that you deserve, even if it's a specialist, and you don't pay a penny. So this weekend, there you are. Something happens in an accident. Hopefully it doesn't. You want to call an attorney who is respected. Jacob Imrani is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob Imrani. Call Jacob.
844-24-JACOB. CallJacob.com. Make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice, prizes, and more. Jacob, a proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Black and gold are riding high after a memorable moment on Wednesday night at BMO Stadium.
It is over. LAFC has won the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
The busy schedule rolls on for LAFC as they invade FC Cincinnati today for a cross-conference battle.
In the air, right-footed shot it in. Omar Campos scores.
Coverage of LAFC versus FC Cincinnati begins today at 4 p.m.
on the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Hey, it's Mason. Football is back. The Commerce Casino and Hotel is your new place for Monday Night Football. We've teamed up with Commerce. Monday Night Football happening all season starting September 9th. Food and drink specials, all kinds of giveaways, even athlete appearances. Go to commercecasino.com for details. Of course, you can always hit the tables before or after the game for some great poker. When you think Monday Night Football, think Commerce Casino.
Got to be 21 to play. Play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and saute. That's Desmond Howard level versatility.
Huddle up, the food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So there is so much going on right now. I want to let everybody know that Monday, we anticipate John's going to be back, and we will be at Lakers Media Day. We talked to Rob Pelinka and J.J. Redick earlier this week. We'll talk to everybody on Monday at Lakers Media Day at the UCLA Health Training Center.
You got it.
I've been practicing.
At home in the mirror?
I've been practicing. Also, next Wednesday, this is great. Last year we did a show from this exact location, Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. We're doing it again. This year, the great James Worthy is going to be with us. Hall of Famer, awesome. Lakers legend, for a meet and greet. This is coming up next Wednesday, October 2nd, noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard. You get a chance to win autographed memorabilia. Enter to win the ESPN LA Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. That's next Wednesday. Make plans to be there at the Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. All right, so every week we do our Big Five picks. And I want to say we've been killing it.
We are so good.
We are so
us.
Unbelievably good at making these
points
picks.
Too?
So
no confidence points.
The record as we go into week 4. It is Mason 8-7.
Hey,
it's above 500.
Laura 8-7.
Hey.
There you go, Laura.
Bergman missed a week. He's an even 5-5.
Hey, 500. I'm good.
Ireland went 7-8.
Okay.
And Brian went 7-8.
Okay.
So far. So we're all like
amazing.
You want to take this to the bank.
These are our hot bets of the week.
Second mortgage. This is where you want to put it right now. All right, so Momo, we're going to start out with the mighty UCLA Bruins at home facing Oregon. The line is Ducks minus 25.5. Which way do you go, Momo?
I'll take UCLA in the points. Just a lot of points. Too many points.
Okay. UCLA in the points. Laura?
I'm with Momo. It's a lot of points, UCLA.
UCLA in the points. Brian?
Give me Oregon here.
Oregon for the blowout. Bergman?
So Brian's absolutely right. That's what's going to happen. But I'm going to take UCLA because I can't go against UCLA.
Yeah.
I have no
choice. You can't
choice.
pick against
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Okay. And let me see. I am going UCLA. I think they're going to cover.
Really?
Yeah,
25.5 is really not as much as you think
They covered against LSU.
Yeah. LSU is also showing to be not very good. I think Oregon is still very
Oregon
good.
By the way, I don't know that Oregon's really good yet.
Maybe not.
They struggled against Idaho in week 1. They almost got beat by Boise in week 2.
Okay.
And then they blew out Oregon State, but it's Oregon State.
That's a rivalry.
It's a rivalry game, yeah.
They lost a lot of transfers, Oregon State.
Yeah, they also paid. Oh, yeah.
Uyunglele.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Mascarenas Arnold with the USC Trojans. They got Akili. I think it's Akili Arnold, also from Oregon State. All right. So there you have it. 4 of us on UCLA and 1 on Oregon. Let's go to USC minus 15.5. Big Ten home opener versus the Wisconsin Badgers. Bergman, USC, I think I know where you're going.
I wonder where I'm going to go.
Let's see.
But Wisconsin has not been very good.
Nope.
USC's defense is very, very good.
Yes, it is.
However, USC will win, but they will not cover. I'm taking Wisconsin in the points.
I'm so not surprised at that.
Shocking.
Yeah. Momo, what do you say?
I will say USC.
Yeah, lay those points.
It's not that many points.
It's not that many points. Lar?
What was the
minus 15.5.
Ooh, Yeah, give me USC.
USC. Brian.
Yep. Last time USC was at home, blew them out. Let me get USC.
Okay. And
did some research, Brian. Nice.
I also believe that USC
the first game
is going to win this game outright, and they are going to cover. You said it. I don't think this is a very good Wisconsin team.
No.
Not a very good Wisconsin team. So they got destroyed by Alabama their last game and had a bye. So they are coming off a bye, which could be an impact. But I think SC is going to win that game. All right, the Raiders, the mighty Raiders, are home to the Cleveland Browns. No, let me see. Who are they missing? Devontae Adams and Max Crosby.
Cleveland
Max Crosby,
though.
Michael Mayer, Divine Diablo.
Yeah.
Who's playing quarterback for Cleveland now?
It's still Deshaun Watson.
I think it's still Deshaun
I thought he got
Watson.
hurt. No?
It might. I think they're clamoring for Jameis Winston to play,
Right, that's
but
what
it's
should
but
happen.
it is.
Imagine how bad things are. You're clamoring for Jameis Winston to play.
He'll throw a lot of
That's
touchdowns.
yeah.
He'll also throw a lot of interceptions.
Yeah.
Let's start with Brian here. Raiders minus 1.5 versus the Browns.
I'll take the Cleveland here.
Cleveland, of course you are.
Well, Max Crosby, that is too big.
That is a big loss.
Such a big loss.
Lar?
I'm going to take the Raiders.
The Raiders. Momo?
Raiders. 1.5? We got that.
Minus 1.5. Bergman.
Bounce back for Gardner Minshew. Let's go Raiders. Raiders minus 1.5. I'm in.
And you know what? I think Cleveland's awful. I'm also going Raiders on that one.
They are really bad.
Yeah, Cleveland's terrible.
If it was any other team, I'm like, but nah.
Yeah, but it's the Browns.
It's all about Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers. Let's go.
Okay, the Taylor Swift Bowl is at SoFi Stadium on Sunday. Kansas City is minus 6.5 at the Chargers. Let's start with our resident Chargers fan, Brian. I can only guess what you're going to say.
Yeah, my head wants to say the Chiefs, but the heart's got to go Chargers. Baby. Come on, we'll do it.
This is why we lose. This is why we lose, by the way. We're betting with our heart. We're not betting with our heads.
Lar?
That's what we do.
Yes.
Nah, Chiefs, man. Come on now.
Chiefs. Momo?
I'll go Chargers.
Chargers.
6.5.
Possibly no Herbert.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't know
wait a
that.
minute. What are the odds that it's no
He didn't
Herbert?
practice yesterday.
Possibly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Got to do your research,
Although
Momo.
they're not throwing the ball anyway.
You already
You're very right.
All they do is run the football.
They're going to run it. And one thing is sure, both tackles are out. Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm
that
changing my
hurts.
pick. I want to go Chiefs.
Boy, you're selling us.
Oh,
I'm
against
going to go
it.
Chiefs.
He talked you out of it. He's
talked me
a
out of it.
Charger fan and talked
I
you out
didn't know
of it.
that Justin Herbert thing. I didn't track them. Okay.
Here's the thing. This is amazing this year. In games where the spread is 6.5, it's incredible how many of the underdogs are winning straight up. Like last night.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's 5.5.
It was 5.5 last night.
5.5.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you've been taking the points this year, you've been really, really
Yeah.
good. So I am going to go Chargers plus 6.5.
It's for me. I don't think I've gone yet. I'm going to take Chiefs minus 6.5 because
course
no
you
matter what, that is going to be a home game for the Chiefs.
It is.
And Patrick Mahomes, I just don't bet against, ever.
Yeah.
And I will never ever.
I
vote
know.
for the
I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I also think there's going to
May
be a
not
cover.
cover. Yeah.
All right, and finally, my Los Angeles Rams are on the road to face Caleb Williams and the Bears. It's Rams plus 3.5. Bergman, you've got a weird look in your eye, so I know which way you're going to go.
You think which way I'm going to go?
I think you're going to go Chicago.
I am not going to go Chicago. No matter what, I still think that this team is better than Chicago. I think Caleb Williams is somebody that can throw the ball all around the field, and the cornerbacks for the Rams are not very good. But give me Matthew Stafford all day long against that team.
Okay. Brian, where do you stand?
Give me the Rams. Zero faith in Chicago right now.
Zero.
Yeah.
Let's see. Momo.
Rams. This is momentum from last week.
It is. Laura.
With the team, man. Rams. Let's
go. You're obviously going
This
Bears.
is a really bad... But here's what scares me. The fact that everybody's on the Rams does scare me a little bit, but give me the Rams. I think they're going to win that football game.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
The offensive line for the Bears is a mess.
Caleb Williams got no protection whatsoever. They're asking him to throw the ball 50-plus times. They're missing a receiver.
Keenan Allen. He's questionable.
By the way, today Bergman said that to us. He said, Keenan Allen's questionable. And I immediately thought, Keenan Thompson for Saturday Night Live is questionable?
Why would
Saturday
I
Night
be
Live
thinking
comes
about
back
that?
this week.
I literally thought the same thing.
I thought,
we both paused.
Saturday
He has a
Night Live
torn
comes
MCL,
back.
and he's not able to actually make
he's got
it
a
to
bruised sense of humor. All right, there you have it. Those are the big 5 picks. We'll see how everybody does against the spread. Coming up next for you, going to do some What's Up, Fool?
What's up, fool?
Laura's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. We'll do it next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
What's up, fool?
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season in only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's Travis. And DeMarco. Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids. This is the Rams Report. Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams get their first win of the season with a walk-off shot, 27-24. Josh Carty knocks through a 37-yard field goal for the first game winner of his career, and it was set up by a series of special teams plays from the Los Angeles Rams. A fake punt late in the second quarter sets up the Rams' first touchdown, and then later in the game, when the Rams trailing by 2 scores, Xavier Smith with a huge punt return to put the Rams in position to kick that game-winning field goal, and it was the two guys that you might have thought of coming into it. The quarterback, Matthew Stafford, 221 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions on the day, and a big day for Rams running back Kyren Williams. 24 carries, 89 yards, and a pair of touchdowns, including the one that tied the game late in the fourth quarter. With Monday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN.
Are you ready to unleash the beast?
Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Studio wants to make a movie of our podcast.
Don't miss the new season of the Hulu original Only Murders in the Building.
We're going to Hollywood.
We have a fabulous cast.
Eugene Levy.
Eva Longoria.
And Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, yes, Zach Galifianakis, of course.
Starring Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
This is box office gold.
We'll take it from here.
You got this?
We're not children. And can you open this snack? My assistant's not here. The Hulu original series, Only Murders in the Building, Season 4. New episodes Tuesdays, streaming on Hulu.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian Cranston.
All right.
All right, guys. So anytime I can bring In-N-Out out on the show, I'm going to do it because In-N-Out's one of my favorite places.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Huh?
Let's get an In-N-Out deal.
We have an In-N-Out.
We have
We
one.
do have.
Yeah, they sponsor Super Crosstalk. They're
They
a
sure
partner
do.
on Super
And they
Crosstalk.
also invest in the Lakers broadcast.
They
That's
do
right.
invest in
Right.
Who's in, who's out. Brought to you
by
by
In-N-Out.
There you
That's
go.
what hamburger's all about. Okay, so I love In-N-Out, like I was saying. And, a lot of other people do. And then this particular restaurant in San Diego also does because they got a cease and desist letter from In-N-Out because they had 2 menu items that resemble, literally word by word, what In-N-Out does. It's called a double and an animal fries. So the restaurant took to Instagram to jokingly say, we are going to address this and we're going to rename the items to Burger and secret menu fries. So I didn't really know what to ask, but I just wanted to bring up the story, and I just want to know, what's your In-N-Out order? Like, what's your go-to In-N-Out order?
Oh, my go-to is double animal fries.
Animal fries.
Yeah, I like the animal fries.
I
Do you like
love
the
the
animal
animal
fries?
fries.
think
I
they're
love
so
the
good.
animal fries.
I like animal style on the burger too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But I could also go back because the animal style is like they put like mustard on it and grilled a
Mustard.
bun.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Grilled onions.
But
grilled
mostly I just go double grilled onions.
Yeah.
And lately in my old age I have been going single cheeseburger.
Ooh.
Me too, Momo.
I know.
Single cheeseburger.
Single cheeseburgers.
No double.
I know.
Double animal fries, double animal style, animal fries, and a chocolate milkshake. That's
nice.
when if I'm gonna go get In-N-Out, I'm going to go big and go through the
Yeah.
whole thing.
By the
I
way,
don't get a milkshake.
Oh,
Me
I
neither.
love their milkshakes.
anytime you
It
go
is good.
They're
fast
so
food,
thick.
anytime I go fast food, I go really big.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
you
Because
have
like,
to.
what the hell?
Yeah.
If you're
Like-
doing it, just do it.
Yeah, like I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I don't want to mention another
Yeah,
restaurant in the middle of it. Oh no, I can't. I went to McDonald's 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I ended up with a Big Mac, a 20-piece chicken McNuggets, a large fry.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
a lot, though.
Did you eat all of that?
No.
That's what I ate. That's what I ate in like high school.
Yeah, that's. But I mean, that's like a breakdown, and once in a while,
that is
it's
a
fine.
breakdown.
That's true. You need
It's a
to.
lot of
You're
food.
working out. It's
You're
okay.
working
Yeah.
out, and a lot of times, when I had a trainer, he would tell me sometimes you need that like junk food day to kind of reset because you shock your system, so it
Right.
actually helps you.
Well, doesn't The Rock do something
Yeah,
where he eats
he
like
does.
8 large pizzas and all this other food on his cheat days? He eats like
Oh,
a
he
ton
does.
of carbs and a ton of things.
Because it
Yeah.
resets your system or
Does
whatever.
everybody
you're
do
not The Rock, but
Does
still.
everybody do the cheat day thing? Where it's like, all right, I'm eating well. No.
Yes.
Like tomorrow's going to be cheat day
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it every day
Last
now,
night
but-
was cheat day for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I had a dog. I had the fried octopus
Sure.
balls. I had 3 shots.
Yeah.
We were going big.
Oh,
also,
yeah.
before we go to the next one, because the secret for me at In-N-Out is a single just cheeseburger, toasted bun with whole grilled onions, and you add pickle and pepperoncinis. So good.
Very good.
You know what's really stupid, and a lot of restaurants do this, is where they take everything and they put it between 2 pieces of lettuce.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That
so
is
good.
so lame.
What?
That is so lame. A
they-
burger without a bun is not a burger.
Yeah.
You don't eat it between 2
protein
pieces
style.
of
Yeah,
lettuce.
it's just protein
Protein
style.
style.
Yeah, that's
I've
so
gotten
you don't
those.
have the carbs.
I've gotten those.
Yeah.
When I did Atkins for a while, I would always do that.
Oh, God.
I would just go
Atkins.
get it with
My
protein
favorite thing
style.
about Atkins is that Atkins died from Atkins.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you need to do lean protein.
Right.
Yeah.
Lean protein.
Yeah, one
all
thing
right.
about In-N-Out, can't forget the puppy patty. They do the
they
patty no
do.
salt.
Oh, yeah. I
Nice.
just found out
It's
about
like a
this.
$1. It's the cheapest thing. Yeah, it's
It's $1
perfect.
for a
I think
puppy
it's like
patty?
$1.07
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Right?
But do you
Totally
actually
love
give the
that.
puppy
Yeah, it's
patty
like a
to your
Starbucks,
dog,
the pup
or
cup.
do you eat the puppy patty?
No, you give it to the dog.
All right, good.
And they love
I
it.
don't just
but
want
you
you.
could.
You could.
You could just eat the puppy patty.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. So there's Mookie Betts is taking a little heat online for having Tatis on his
So
podcast.
dumb.
I think 2 days
so
ago.
good.
So it was right after the Padres had clinched their division, or not the division, the playoff spot for the Padres. After that triple play, it was the next morning where he had on the podcast, still in the midst of the division race,
Right.
before the Dodgers clinched it up, and he said it's. It's outside of the lines. Like this, what I'm doing here, it's a brotherhood for, friends within the game. It has nothing to do with when we step in the field. We're still going to be very competitive. But I've seen a lot of people say, I don't like seeing this Mookie Betts and Tatis sitting on a couch doing a podcast while we're in the middle of a series. What's your take on that?
No issue. He's doing a show. He's doing a podcast. I totally get it. It is a separate thing. Players, I remember Tommy Lasorda used to hate. Tommy Lasorda would be driven mad by this idea of Mookie having Tatis on his podcast because Tommy would always say, I don't want to see any fraternization between the teams. You're not friends. And that's just not the way the world works anymore. People have relationships.
Yeah.
You want to beat the Padres. You don't have to hate everybody on the Padres. If you have friends there, it makes sense to have them on a show.
And it was right after a triple play, and he wanted to talk about the triple play.
Right. Yep.
So that one podcast probably got massive numbers because it was timely.
Right.
Something was actually happening.
And all you complainers are driving up the listens for that thing right now.
Yeah, just stop. Who
Yeah.
cares? Let them do their podcast.
I think the era of you don't talk to the opponent is over.
Been for a
Fraternization.
while, especially in the NBA too.
especially in
Like,
the
it
Oh,
doesn't
NBA.
matter.
These guys have all played
I mean,
together.
I don't want to
They're
see it
best
during a
friends
playoff
now.
series, but in the middle of a 162 game season,
It's a
whatever.
long year.
Right,
It was
like
like-
if it was the DS and they did that, that
Yeah.
would be a
Right,
little
that
bit
would be
weird.
problematic,
He probably
yeah.
shouldn't be doing the podcast during the playoffs. Period. Just
Yeah.
focus on the game.
So there's a
Would you
reason.
be okay
If he did the podcast
during the postseason? And he talks. Let's say they're playing Atlanta, and he talks to Matt Olson.
Well, doesn't Draymond do a show after every
But
game?
it's just him.
Pretty much.
It's just him though, and he's just talking. It's not him interviewing somebody from the other team.
Mookie never does a solo show.
No, he does not.
I mean, if I was building a show and I wanted to get as many views, wouldn't you not go and listen to Mookie after every playoff game talk about what just happened? And is that not different than just being interviewed after the game?
I think it's good to do it if he's doing it solo. But if he's going and talking to somebody on the other team, and
What
bringing
about
them
if
on
he's
their
talking to his
podcast,
teammate?
If he's talking to a teammate, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just not somebody from the opposing team.
Because that would be fraternization.
Fraternization.
So I
Right,
heard,
Momo?
Yeah, it's just like you always have to be aware of optics. Always. Whatever you're doing. Like, you don't want to be seen as like, I'm not loyal or I'm not loyal. You know, like, how are your teammates going to feel when they see that?
Right.
As long as it's in the middle of the year, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys, I have a little bit of a dilemma, so personal one here.
Okay.
So I got invited to 3 different things tomorrow, but I also work. So I can only make one.
Okay.
One's a family thing, one's my best friend, and one is my boyfriend's family
So which
thing.
one can you make?
Which I
All right.
don't
Oh,
know.
you can only go to
I
one.
can only go to one.
What, give us some timings.
So I get off of work, I want to say like around 4-ish.
Okay.
PM?
Yeah, 4 p.m.
So these are evening events.
So these are all evening events. They all start at the same time.
Okay.
7 p.m.
And the 3
Yeah, so
options
you can't,
are
you can't stagger anything.
So the
Boo's
one is
family.
my family, Boo's family, best friend, and he's like my brother. He's like my chosen brother. So they're all like birthdays. They're all birthdays or
And
celebration.
Are they far apart from each other?
Yes. One is in my sister's thing is like in Palmdale area.
Ooh,
The
that is
Booze
far.
family's in Manistee. And then my best friend is like kind of close to my mom in the 626 West Covina area.
Okay.
So I can't like even try to
You're
make
coming
anything.
from work?
And then
Yeah.
I'm in Culver City in downtown LA area.
Okay, so you've got
I do
Boo's
what was-
family, Laura's family, best friends party.
Yeah.
But
And you can
also
only do
location
one.
matters.
I can
here.
only do one.
Location matters. So, but also, whose birthday is it for the family? Is it like
So my sister's kid.
your sister's kid? Okay.
Okay, so
and then
that's-
Boo's family is what?
The Booze celebrating grandpa like situation.
Okay.
A grandpa situation.
And then the best friend, is it your best friend's birthday?
Yes.
Just a best friend. Okay.
Yeah. But he's
right.
like my chosen brother.
Sure.
He's very close, yeah.
Sure.
All
I
right,
think this is
so-
a pretty simple answer.
Yeah, you go to your niece's birthday.
That's what I
Correct.
would have said too.
Okay.
You go to that. The Boo goes to his family's, and you just
Your
unfortunately best friend. You're
Sorry,
out.
Okay.
best friend. Or you catch your best friend after hours. So.
Because
Yeah.
my thing was like, I wanted to go to my sister's, but you know,
It's your
obviously,
niece.
it's my
It's your niece.
We wanted to both do certain things for our families, but it's so far. So we're like, what if we just go to my best friend and we don't do the family, so then nobody can get mad.
Well, they'll all get mad at you for not.
Yeah,
going.
they will all.
I just feel like I'm gonna lose everywhere.
I also think that one is closer. The best friend is
Palmdale?
closer.
The best friend is closer. That's the only reason I thought about
Geography
that.
might win
They're
here.
gonna call
yeah.
you lazy. They're
Could
gonna
be.
call you lazy.
Could
Say,
be.
oh, you just didn't
I
want
mean,
to drive
both
out.
Menifee and Palmdale are far.
They're far, man.
Yeah, Palmdale's no joke.
Palmdale.
Yeah, that's where my sister's at.
Wow, that's a
She's
long
lame.
drive out there.
That's why I'm like, I can. I was hoping you guys all said friend.
How old is the niece?
My niece is now my goddaughter,
Okay.
and she's only 2.
She ain't
Oh,
gonna
she's not
remember.
going to remember
But
this.
it's still your niece.
Of course, I love her. I love my niece.
Is this tonight or tomorrow?
No, this is all tomorrow.
This is all tomorrow. Can you go see your niece either tonight or Sunday?
Palmdale, hell no.
Well,
I
well,
think
but
so.
that's part.
I think
If you
it's
want to
either-
do all
I
of
think
it,
it's either Palmdale or your best friend. I'm okay with you going best friend.
Okay, best friend. I like Momo. I
Yeah,
like
best
Momo.
friend,
I
okay.
need
'Cause
best
it's
friends
just
here.
location here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go to your
okay.
niece.
All right, there you have it.
I
There
leave
is your
these
What's
two.
Up for. I hope we organized Laura's weekend for her well.
Thank you.
We are going to do some USC football coming up next. They have their home opener tomorrow at the Coliseum against the Wisconsin Badgers. Badgers they haven't been great here in the early going, but they're coming off a bye week, which makes a difference. They've got a backup quarterback, Tyler Van Dyke. Their quarterback got hurt. USC lost at Michigan in a game that they were in and had a lead in late. But this is a chance to win at home, sold out Coliseum. We'll talk to Ryan Abraham from USCFootball.com coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland. Momo's here. Bergman's here. 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Sellers Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Sellers Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
High
Besides LeBron, the Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right. Big sports weekend. Rams are in Chicago on Sunday. You'll hear the game right here on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. USC tomorrow. This is the home of the USC Trojans. You will hear their game against Wisconsin right here on 710 ESPN, on the ESPN LA app. And the guy that I like to go to for all of my USC insight is Ryan Abraham from USCFootball.com. Ryan, what's up, man?
Not too much, mate. With Oregon coming to play UNLV, do we get known to John today? Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, no, it's exactly. No, it's not. That's not quite the case. Not quite the case. Let me ask you about tomorrow. First of all, isn't it weird that we've got Wisconsin at the Coliseum?
Yeah.
I'm like, I grew up in the middle of the country seeing the Michigans and the Ohio States and those, and now Wisconsin is at the Coliseum. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
It's like a Rose Bowl.
And really cool, right?
Yeah, when you got Michigan one week and Wisconsin the next, it feels like the Rose Bowl like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
But that's just the new look with the Big Ten. So I think it's exciting for USC fans. They definitely wanted to get that win last week, but to get another named team like Wisconsin coming to the Coliseum in September is a pretty cool thing.
You know, they were in that game, obviously. They couldn't stop that with that kid Mullings. They could not stop him. He just broke 2 really big runs on him. How did that take wind out of the sails here for this USC team, or do you feel like there's still that energy?
I think there's still a lot of good energy, Mace. When you look at the defensive snaps, I think Lincoln Riley brought it up. He said they played they played really well on 95% of them. There was 3 big runs, and that was pretty much all of Michigan's offense. I think you look at the second half, Michigan went 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, fumble, and then 3 and out again. They didn't get a first down until 2 minutes left in the game in the second half. So I think the defense has traveled. They gave up a few big explosive plays. They'll probably get back to more bend but don't break against a less explosive Wisconsin team. But I think they feel pretty confident. If anything, they want to just kind of get their mojo back on the offensive side. But defensively, it's so much better than it was last year. It's just night and day compared to what it was last
One more
year.
thing about the Michigan game, because I don't want to dwell on it, but I thought that the final offensive drive was just a mistake-filled drive in terms of the calls. I hated the calls. Obviously, 2 incomplete passes stopped the clock, which helped Michigan. I don't know what was going on there. But do you agree that drive, I mean, they could have put them away at that point?
Yeah, getting the ball back with a lead in that game was insane, and then not to do anything with it. If they just ran the clock, ran the ball a few times, and I think Lincoln Riley admitted that, that he would love to have that series back, especially, he said, a second down call. So they had a chance in there, and I think the defending national champ, and I was there, 110,000 people. It was a crazy environment, and they played terrible in the first half and still fought back, throw a pick six, and they still fought back. So I think just how they persevered and they still had a chance to win that game is a pretty good sign, I think, for the rest of the season.
What do you think the biggest change in the style of play is now that you're in the Big Ten, right? That style of football versus the Pac-12. Pac-12 was more spread out, offensive juggernauts every week.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of punting, Ramona. I mean, there's both Michigan and USC's punters have been really good. There's field position stuff going on, a lot more stops. And I think, just the line play overall, USC was worried about that going in. And their offensive line, I think, needs some work. But they've done a good job, I think, showing that they can kind of bully up and play really good defense. Now, we haven't seen the offense sort of match yet, and we'll see, this weekend if they can put up 35 or something on Wisconsin. But they've been able to play those like games in the 20s and be in there. So I think that's a little bit of a different style than what they've seen. And it starts with Danton Lynn coming over from UCLA and them playing a lot better defense.
Yeah, so you saw against Michigan, Alex Orji, a backup quarterback, dual threat guy, and now you're going to see another backup quarterback in Braden Locke. What do you know about Braden Locke, and what kind of player he is?
Yeah, he's not as mobile as Alex Orji. And this is actually the third game in a row that USC's playing the backup quarterback because Bryson Barnes at Utah State, they played him as well. Now, Orji got the job because, Davis Warren was benched, but this is not going to be the same sort of situation. And one other thing on the Michigan game, Orji, I think, watch him this week. He's probably going to run for a lot of yards. For him to play the whole game and really not have any explosive runs out of the quarterback spot, I thought that was a good job by USC's defense. But with Locke, yeah, it's just not – he's had this kind of backup role last year when the other guy got hurt, but it's not a really dynamic situation here. So I think it's Denton Lynn and the USC defense is kind of try to make it one-dimensional, take away the run, and then make him kind of throw the ball and try to get, pick a pass off or two, make some mistakes. So not the same kind of dynamic athlete that we saw with Alex Orji last week.
Let me single out a couple of players. One of the heart of this defense this year has been Eric Gentry. He's been just terrific. And you mentioned punting. Eddie Zablicki has been the number one punter in the country. And you're right, he is able to flip fields. Those two guys, I think, have been huge.
Yeah, I think the punting, when you're not scoring 40 points, like the punting matters, and they've done a really nice job, I think, on that side. But you're right about Eric Gentry. And of all the players the players that were left over from last year on the defensive side that came back, he's been the most outspoken about how he wasn't really helped by the coaching staff and Alex CLINCH from last season. He wasn't playing that much. Tackett Curtis, who was a true freshman, was playing ahead of him. Well, both Alex CLINCH and Tackett Curtis are on the other sideline for this Wisconsin game, and I think you're going to see Eric Gentry, who we like to call the angry giraffe, all 6'6" of them. He's going to be playing very motivated. He had 12 tackles and 3 tackles for loss and a sack, forced a fumble, recovered a fumble against Michigan. He was playing really well. I think he's going to be completely focused on this game because he felt like he was kept off the field too often, and Alex CLINCH, being the defensive coordinator, he kind of was taking credit for that. So I think this is going to be a really high motivation game for Eric Gentry.
Well, on the flip side of that, the guy that was getting less snaps than he got last year, I think he had 25 or 26 snaps this last week, Bear Alexander, has elected to take his red shirt and go somewhere else.
Wow.
Was that a surprise?
A little bit of a surprise. I mean, he was a contributor. Now, we watched a scrimmage back in August we couldn't report on, and we were watching it, and they had Gavin Meyer, who came in from Wyoming, and Nate Clifton, who put on like 20 pounds and is playing defensive tackle coming in from Vanderbilt. Those two guys were starting in the middle of the defensive line. Bear Alexander was on the second team, and we're looking at each other like, well, maybe he's hurt. What's going on? But this season started that way, where he was coming in with the second group. But they've rotated a lot of guys. He got, snaps in like the 20s for each game, and he was a contributor. He's not been a non-factor, but he's not starting. I think his camp really wanted him to start. He's playing less snaps than he was last year, and for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I think it would be better for him and his NFL, resume to just play out the season and keep working, and you probably get more snaps. But it was a little bit of surprise, and then Lincoln Riley said on Tuesday it wasn't a story. The next day, we actually broke the story that he's going to redshirt. So, it's an interesting one. But USC's defense has played really well, and he's not been a major contributor, but he's helped. So they're not real deep on the defensive line. I think it'd be better if he was going to stick around and play, but it's not like this major blow that he's in there all the time. He played about a third of snaps against Michigan. So you got to replace him, but it's probably be a young guy that doesn't have as much upside as Bear Alexander, but it's not like he's been lighting the world on fire either.
All right, so I'm a long-suffering UCLA fan, and you stole Danton Lynn from us. I'm still very upset about that. You were talking about him earlier. But along with him went John Humphrey and Kamari Ramsey. How much have they helped that defense that Danton Lynn is putting out there?
A lot. I think especially Kamari Ramsey. Unfortunately, those two guys, they've been pretty sure tacklers. Were both on that, that last big run, 63-yard run, and they both had a chance to bring him down and weren't able to. But Kamari Ramsey has been a great leader for this defense back there in the backfield. Achille Arnold came over from Oregon State. The two of those guys have been really good at safety. Arnold's wearing the little green dot. He's probably going to be out for this game, so maybe we'll see if Ramsey does it. But he's just been a great leader. He's all over the place, making tackles, making plays. And I think knowing the system, because he played with Danton Lynn last year at UCLA, like you mentioned, he was able to help a lot of the other players. And I've talked to some of the players, and they're like, it's great to hear from a coach, but it's better when a player can kind of like say, okay, do this, do that. And he was able to do that with a lot of the guys on defense. So I think he's been a great leader as he came in and helping the guys kind of learn the system, and just been really good. That's why they've been so solid on that side of the ball. It's just such a different experience than the last few years watching USC football.
Let me ask you about this little wrinkle. I think Alex Grinch is now Wisconsin's co-defensive coordinator.
Really?
Is that right?
Yeah. He's the safeties coach and co-defensive coordinator, but not calling the plays.
Okay, but is there does he know all the secret sauce that Lincoln Riley's got, and is that factor into the game at all?
That's a concern for sure. And Lincoln Riley talked about it. He said he's coached against his brother before, and you did one of those things where people know you. It's a different looking offense this year than what we saw with Caleb Williams. It's I think they're kind of following the script a little bit more with Miller Moss. They're not doing as much improvising and things like that. But I think that's certainly a concern. I would think it's a mistake if Lincoln Riley's going to go like way off his normal script just because he doesn't want to like give anything away. I think this is one of those games where you just kind of play, dot your I's, cross your T's, play your game, and you should be able to handle Wisconsin. But the factor that he is on that sideline is going to make some interesting things. Some players would be motivated by it, what kind of knowledge he brings, and what kind of knowledge that the USC side has of maybe what he's teaching the safeties and things to do too. So I think all that knowledge kind of can work both ways, but we'll see if it ends up being a big factor on Saturday.
All right, so you feeling good? You feel like that's a win tomorrow?
I do. I think this is going to be – Wisconsin's just not that good. I like Luke Fickell a lot, but they just haven't been great, and they're not explosive. I think USC's defense is going to keep going, and they're going to finally put up some points. So I like them to cover the spread in this one.
All right. I like that, too. I'm all over it, right?
Right for the I like him to cover the spread, too.
Exactly.
You got to go with spreads talk.
So, Ryan, I will see you tomorrow at the Coliseum. Really excited for it. 12:30 kickoff. Thanks a lot for coming on, as always, man.
Oh, thank you guys so much for having me.
All right, there's Ryan Abraham, USCFootball.com. He's got it going on. Isn't that funny? I don't know whether to feel good or bad that Alex Grinch is on the other side. Like, for example, Alex Grinch was terrible for us, so maybe we blow the doors off Wisconsin, or maybe he knows all of Lincoln Riley's tricks, and it becomes a little bit more cagey tomorrow.
I mean, he gave up 42 to Alabama, so he doesn't seem like that defense is doing so well, just like the Grinch.
True,
so.
yeah.
He's not calling
the Grinch who stole the defense.
I know. Like, how does he keep getting jobs?
He's not calling. He's co-defensive. They know people. It's relationship.
Yeah.
The Grinch. The Grinch. The Grinch who stole our defense last year. All right. I want to mention this because this is really, really, really important. Monday, we're at Lakers Media Day.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that.
Where is it?
It's at the UCLA Health Training Center.
Very good.
It's there. You got it now.
I've got it now. I know the name of the place where we're going to be doing the show. And are we getting everybody, Bergman? Or are we going to talk to LeBron?
So.
Or are we going to talk to AD?
Wouldn't expect to talk to LeBron
No?
or AD, but we're trying.
No?
We're trying. I would not expect
Are you
to
gonna
hear
go,
them.
Hey, Brian.
I think
Hey,
you're getting a
Brian.
lot of Austin Reeves.
Is it like a Jackson Hayes exclusive?
It's only Jackson Hayes.
Only
actually.
Jackson.
We get one person. It's Jackson Hayes.
We'll talk
maybe Christian Coloco.
Yeah, we will talk to as many of your Lakers as we can on Monday. Make sure you're here at 12 o'clock noon. And then Wednesday, we've got a big live show at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. We did this last year. Incredibly long lines and giveaways and all kinds of stuff. You want to be out there, especially because Hall of Famer James Worthy will be joining us. Little meet and greet action, some autographs and all that kind of stuff. Going to be really fun. This is Wednesday, Ralph's, Hawthorne Boulevard, Redondo Beach. You get a chance to win autographed memorabilia. Enter the ESPN LA Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery and all kinds of stuff Wednesday at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. All right, coming up next, Oral Hershiser was on the show with his best friend Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr today.
Yep.
Soon to be best friend DeMarco
Christian
Farr.
Okoye on the show too.
Yeah.
I heard that part, yeah.
Now he said something interesting that suggests a little strategy that the Dodgers may roll out during the postseason that could be really important. We'll do that coming up next. Mason in Ireland, Momo's here, and Bergman's here. Real quick, I want to mention in 15 minutes, Matthew Berry's going to be here, so we'll do some fantasy football on top of everything else. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Join Mason and Ireland Wednesday, October 2nd from noon to 3 at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Lakers legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Come to Carden Alleyway Hyundai and lease a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SC for only $189 a month plus tax for 36 months, or $199% APR for 60 months, your choice. Plus, get peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Carden Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway, or CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. Lease for $189 plus tax, license and fee to well-qualified buyers. 36-month lease, 10K miles per year, $29.99 due at signing. 1.99% APR at $28.64 per $1,000 finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 9/30/2024.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
ESPN Films presents Rhythm Masters, a Mickey Hart experience.
Rhythm Masters are elites in any craft.
Featuring Joe Montana.
It's all rhythm and timing.
Marshawn Lynch.
Rhythm was where my power came from.
Layla Ali.
It does make you think about how everything is connected.
And more, with new and original music from Mickey Hart of the Grateful Dead. Rhythm Masters, a Mickey Hart experience. Stream now on ESPN Plus.
Okay, everyone, what did you think of the chocolate bar?
It's too chewy.
Feels kind of chalky.
Too much nougat.
I need to go brush my teeth.
Business is booming for Steph's small marketing research firm.
After all these focus groups, there's only one conclusion. I need more researchers.
And she's way too busy researching.
Does this have peanuts?
To waste time researching resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first time Nana moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
You know what this is?
Is this Saturday Night Live?
Saturday Night Live theme. Saturday Night Live returns for the start of its 50th year on Saturday night, and the guest host is Jean Smart, who is so friggin' good on Hacks.
Hacks is so good.
That's such a great show. She's terrific.
Is it coming back for a third season?
Oh yeah. I think. Actually, I think a fourth season.
Was it
I think that was season 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whichever one.
I love Hannah Einbinder, who is the young writer that's working with.
Great.
So you know who her mom is in real life?
No.
Lorraine Newman.
I don't know
from
who
the
that is.
original cast of Saturday Night Live, Lorraine Newman. And so when Hannah Einbinder lost the Emmy to somebody from The Bear,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's super unhappy with the Bear because it's not a comedy and it's winning
In the
everything.
slightest, it's not.
And Lorraine Newman tweeted out, F the Bear.
Did she actually spell it all out, or just the
Spelled it all
letter? Or
out.
just the letter?
Spelled it all
Why
out.
is the Bear put in there as comedy? Why is it nominated there?
That's an eternal question that we will not get the answer to today. All right, so anyway, Saturday Night Live back on Saturday.
Gene Smart. I love Gene Smart.
Gene Smart is the best.
You know what I
Who's the
love
musical
when
guest?
Musical guest is Jelly Roll.
Oh, nice.
Who I
Don't know
dig
who that
a lot.
is.
You don't know who
You know
Jelly Roll is?
Play some Jelly Roll.
He has
No,
that, he
you
has that
do know
song
who
with
Jelly
Lainey
Roll
Wilson that's really good.
Yeah, he has one with Eminem too.
Has one with Eminem.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Jelly Roll in my
Workout playlist.
in my workout playlist.
Let's hear
yeah.
it.
Brian's digging it up right
He's
now.
this really big dude, has
Yeah.
tats all over his face, and just an incredible voice.
He went viral for one of his acceptance speeches too, like maybe a few months ago, maybe last year. But yeah, he's
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's great. He'll play it in
Did
a
he
second. here.
perform at Staples? I think he was supposed to. I'm not sure if he's coming or he was here.
Actually, there is this
might
Jelly
have.
Roll concert coming up.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
it
I
coming
think
up?
so.
I don't know if it passed or.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this one.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know this
I
one
don't
either.
know.
This one's got 70 million views on YouTube.
What is this, like the B-side of the single?
I thought this
It
one
has
was more
70 million
popular.
views,
Probably
but
did
I've
get
never heard it.
the chorus.
Give me the one with 140 million views. Anyway,
The one with
Jelly Roll.
Eminem or Lainey
Okay.
Wilson.
Yeah, Lainey Wilson. That's the big one. All right, so interesting. The Dodgers clinched last night.
Yep.
Yes, they did.
Shohei Ohtani is from a different planet. He is now 11 for 12, 11 for his last 12 with runners in scoring position, which
Stupid.
I don't know who keeps track of such things, but that I can't imagine that's happened before.
No, ESPN Stats and Info and Sarah Langs definitely.
I wonder if Sarah Langs can figure it out.
I mean, she has the stats. Like, that's all she does, and she's great at it.
Is she in your phone? Can we text her? Yeah, text her. So
I don't
let's see.
think so. I can DM her.
Now,
Momo should
I
probably
don't have
do.
Sarah Langs.
No
so
Sarah Langs?
Oral Hershiser, who is now his best friend is
Bulldog.
Travis Rogers, was talking on the Travis and DeMarco show earlier today.
I don't
And
have
it's
it.
interesting what the Dodgers are working on.
The Dodgers have been taking bunting practice for the last month.
Yeah.
Even the top hitters, before their round of BP, are laying down a few bunts.
Huh.
They are going to produce runs. They realize, I think, that the pitching staff is not going to win the day.
No.
That it is going to be creating runs. It's going to be small ball when necessary. If everybody on the roster can lay down a bunt, you're in a much better situation to move runners along, put them in scoring position for you-know-who.
Yeah, I love this so much because there's so many times that you're going to have somebody on first and second and somebody coming up and you just move them over
Yeah.
and you can start creating
I
runs
hope
and
that
putting
Kevin
pressure.
Kiermaier is coaching them on how to bunt.
He's so good at it.
He's
That's
the
why
guy.
he's going to stick
Do you know-
around,
can I
too.
tell you how much I love watching Kevin Kiermaier play? Like when he's in the outfield, every throw is just
perfect.
perfect.
That throw he did to
Yes.
third just stopped. I think
It was
whoever
just perfect. It was like the perfect one hop, and then the one where he cut it off in the gap, and he kind of stumbled just a little. And it was the first time I had ever seen him like not be like textbook.
Yeah, so just because of that is why I think he makes the postseason
Oh, he
roster.
definitely makes the postseason
But there's somebody that is on the roster right now that has to go off.
Right.
Somebody. So it's probably
And Pages hit the home run last night.
So
now I'm hesitating.
And Pages is somebody that can get big hits. He had a shot to the
Yeah.
for a double that got caught. Jackson Merrill
Yes.
dove for. So it's either going to be Pages, Kiermaier, or Chris Taylor.
Got to be Chris Taylor.
I would go Taylor,
I'd go
but
Taylor.
we know how Dave is.
Dave
though.
is just a sucker for Dave Taylor.
Well, I mean, but this is not even a contract thing anymore.
No.
Like I know he's got another year on his deal, et cetera, but like
You're not
this
cutting
is-
him. You're just
not
taking him
cutting
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kiermaier has to be
It
on
also
this
depends
roster.
on how bad Freddie's ankle is.
Sure. They're
Right.
saying he'll be back.
They're saying he'll be back.
I don't know. I saw him in a boot last night. You know.
Yeah.
Precautionary.
Hopefully
Whole week.
precautionary. Hopefully precautionary. All right. Coming up next, we're going to do some Matthew Berry. This or
Let's do it.
This
Let's
or
do
that. All right. So you got a fantasy team, right?
I got
Any
two of
good?
them. Yeah.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Bergman, you're playing fantasy.
I am having a
I'm
fantasy
playing
team.
fantasy. Brian's playing fantasy this
course.
year. Now, if you are a fantasy player, and frankly, who among you is not?
Seriously.
Matthew Berry is coming up next. He is the most valuable resource in the history of fantasy football. He knows all of it. If you've got a question, should I play this guy? Should I play that guy? 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. You can also tweet me at Venice Mace. We will get some of your questions in here with Matthew Berry coming up next.
And if we think you have the best this or that call, you can win a Fantasy Springs gift package that includes a 2-night stay for 2, as well as your dinner and golf or bowling. Stay and play at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes away from Palm Springs. Get tickets to exciting live shows or book your stay today at FantasySpringsResort.com. Brought to you by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino.
All right, 877-710-ESPN for this or that. Matthew Berry coming up next. Then we got Game of Games. It's Brian's game today. This show is flying by. I think I know why.
It's Friday.
This song.
So catchy, so well written, so beautifully performed. We play it every Friday.
How do you get your voice to do that? It's
I
like
don't
a
know.
little whine.
Yeah,
like
it's kind of a whine. You're
Yeah.
right. Matthew's next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club.
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Hey football fans, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second.
BetMGM and GameSense are money to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-ON. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Something amazing is happening in business. More companies are turning to Mac. From finance to fulfillment, CDW will seamlessly support Mac integration into your organization. With the power of Apple Silicon, best-in-class security, and compatibility across your favorite apps, your team will have the performance they need and the tools they love. Make amazing happen. Mac and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/Apple.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
All right, Matthew Berry is on the line, the most valuable resource you could possibly tap into for your fantasy football information. Matthew, how you doing, man?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Everything's good. Momo's here and Bergman's here. I wanted to start with this. I read your love-hate column every single week.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. And I love your stories. But the thing that jumped out at me this week was Kyler Murray is the quarterback that you love versus your Washington Commanders.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Why? I mean, just
because
just because I'm a blatant homer doesn't mean I'm a moron.
See, I guess that's
at least
right.
you admitted.
I guess that's right.
You're a blatant
I guess
homer.
that's right.
Good.
Are you loving Jaden Daniels so far?
Oh God, I'm so well. If you read the column, you know that. Yes, obviously, it's a Jaden Daniels. I have hope for the first time in a long time. I have hope. You know what I mean? And like, it's so important and it's so rare. I mean, there's so many franchises out there that just you feel like you have no hope. Think about Clippers fans for so long.
Yep.
You had no hope, and with Jaden Daniels, like, listen, we got a long way to go. Our defense is suspect, which is one of the reasons why Kyler Murray is my on the love list this week and is my number 2 quarterback. But ultimately, the fact of the matter is like that kid can play. Jaden Daniels can play. We have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like if I'm a Commanders fan, I'm just like, we have a quarterback. The rest we'll figure out, right? That'll take some time. But you think about the Rams. Like the Rams felt like when they got Matthew Stafford, okay, we have a quarterback now. And then the next thing you know, they're in the Super Bowl, right? So I don't think we're going to the Super Bowl this year. We have a lot of holes on defense. Commanders needed to score 38 points, and Jaden Daniels had to play a perfect game for them to barely beat the Bengals. But yeah, I mean, listen, no team in the NFL has given up more fantasy points to quarterbacks than the Commanders. I have Kyler 2 and Jaden at 3.
All right, so Matthew,
shootout in Arizona.
Matthew, I have a massive running back problem. I have Ramondre Stevenson, who has not been good since week 1. I picked up Emmanuel Wilson last week, and I have Jaleel McLaughlin. I have to pick one of those.
Ooh.
That is not a good situation.
Yeah. Ooh. No, that's not good at all.
Or Mostert. Is Mostert going to play?
I don't know. It's questionable. I just given, and by the way, we don't even know who's going to be the quarterback yet of that team.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Tyler Huntley? Is it going to be, is it going to be Tim Boyle or Skylar Thompson? I would go with Ramondre Stevenson and hope, honestly. At least Stevenson's guaranteed touches. The other guys, like, Denver's a mess, and McLaughlin, I know he scored the touchdown last week, but, they're like Beatty there, and you got Javonte Williams, and just it's sort of a mess in Denver. And Emmanuel Wilson has shown, I like Emmanuel Wilson, but it's a tough defense against Minnesota. And obviously Jacobs is the guy. So at least Ramondre Stevenson is the starter.
Hey, Matthew, I have something in common with Taylor Swift in that I love Travis Kelce on my fantasy team. But this year has been very, very bad for Travis Kelce and other tight ends around the league. Mark Andrews not so good. Like, what's going on? Like, I drafted him pretty high like I do every year, regretting it every week.
It's been brutal. He's been bad. He looks slow to me is the weird part. And what's crazy is, Ramona, he's playing a bunch of snaps. He's running a ton of routes. Like, he's out there. It just doesn't seem like him and Mahomes are on the same page. But I think if you hit on something sort of here as well, which is if there's one positive, and I'm using this, with rose-colored glasses here, but if there's one positive about the fact that so many tight ends are brutal, it's that you can sort of just say to yourself, well, you know what, I'm going to start Kelce because who else am I going to go get?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like Kelce sucked and everyone else has been great.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Trey McBride's not going to play. Evan Ingram's not going to play. David Njoku's not going to play this week. Mark Andrews has been absolutely brutal. 33% of the snaps last week. Zero fantasy points as well. We've seen, we saw signs of life from Dalton Kincaid, and Brock Bowers is great. And Jake Ferguson has been nice, but literally those are the only 3 that have shown any sort of legitimate fantasy value so far this season. So I think the upside of Kelce, again, I think I'm at tight end 7 this week, which is that's the lowest I've had Kelce in the Mahomes era, I think, in a game in which you
Is
knew
it
he was going to
possible
play
he's
the
just
full.
old?
Sure. It's possible he's old. It's also that's possible that, teams are scheming to take him away. And now, which is why one of the reasons why Rashee Rice has been so good this year, that sort of opened up. And NBC, we had the Falcons-Chiefs game last Sunday night. And I thought for sure Raheem Morris would want to take away, Rashee Rice. And they're like, no, like they double covered Kelsey. They were like, we're not going to let him beat us. And Tony Dungy mentioned that on the on the broadcast, on the Football Night in America broadcast, because he had spoken with Raheem Morris, so like they know each other well, and they were like, "We're not letting Kelsey beat us." I'm like, okay. Anyway,
all right, listen.
I think Ramona, your only hope is just basically you're just going to keep rolling him out there, unless if you had Brock Bowers, just I don't know what other options you have, but generally speaking, I think you just have to hope that his talent, Mahomes. He's a red zone look, and the fact that he is running a ton of routes. Andrews, I'm more worried about because he's not even playing.
Right.
But
all right. Hey, you're such a. I want to get the people in here because all 23 lines are full right now.
Share you.
And let's start out with Richard over in Brentwood. Richard, you're on 710 for Matthew Berry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Steve. And Matthew, I watch the show every Sunday. Most of the time it helps. Sometimes I make some counter decisions and it doesn't help. But one that I never thought I would be calling about, Mark Andrews or Cole Kmet rest of season. I'm at the point with Mark Andrews where if I would have known he was being drafted to play a guard, I wouldn't have. But where do you think this goes?
I don't know what I want to say rest of season just yet, but for this week, I actually would go Cole Kmet. I mean, I have Andrews at tight end 14, playing against the Bills. Bills top 5 in the NFL in terms of least fantasy points allowed to opposing tight ends. Kmet has increased his snaps every single week. Shane Waldron finally figuring out, like, oh, let me get the talented guy out there instead of Gerald Everett, who, I tell my daughters, I have 12-year-old daughters, and I listen, when you girls grow up and you find somebody, I want you to find somebody that looks at you the way Shane Waldron looks at Gerald Everett. I tell my daughters that all the time, but finally he's coming off of that, and finally he's coming off of that, and Kmet is playing a lot more snaps. And again, it's not ideal, but I would go Kmet this weekend.
Okay, let's go to Jeff. Jeff, you're on with Matthew Berry. Go ahead. Jeff.
It's your turn.
I'll tell you what, it was his turn, but I will ask the question that he was going to ask, which is Anthony Richardson or Justin Fields?
Justin Fields. Richardson's been brutal. It's obviously it's a very tough matchup for Richardson this weekend. He's completed less than 50% in the majority of his games so far this year. He's not running that much. They're not calling a lot of designed runs for him. Richardson's it's been tough. More interceptions than touchdowns. Hey, give me Justin Fields.
All right, let's go Kevin and San Dimas. This is an interesting question because both these guys were on the waiver wire in my league this week. What do you got, Kevin?
Hey, Matthew. Lazard or Jordan Addison?
I think I'm going to go with Lazard. I want to see Addison back before I'm willing to trust him just yet and see how he fits in that offense. Jets are playing Denver. Patrick Surtain should be all over Garrett Wilson. So Lazard, who, Rodgers loves, and keep in mind, Aaron Rodgers is one of the pettiest guys in the NFL, period. I'm sure Ramona can speak to that somewhat as well. But I will, in terms of covering all the athletes she does, like, he's a petty dude. And you can remember, like, he really said last year, remember, like, Sean Payton, kind of insulted he insulted Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers very publicly was like, keep my coach's name out of your mouth. And so don't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers tries to pour it on against Nathaniel Hackett and make a point here.
Okay, let's do some quick rapid fire, okay? Let's go. This one seems easy. Mark Andrews or Brock Bowers?
Bowers.
Yeah. How about Rome Odunze or Scary Terry?
Scary Terry. I think Keenan Allen plays again this week.
Justin Fields or Jordan Love?
I'm going Jordan Love. I think he plays, by the way. He's officially listed as questionable, but I'm pretty sure he's playing this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of people have questions about Mark Andrews. It sounds like you want to stay away from Mark Andrews. How about Amari Cooper?
He's my tight end. Here's my blanket statement on Mark Andrews. He's tight end 14 for me, so it sort of depends on what you have. But generally speaking, like, he's not out there. Like, it's not like again, Kelsey's playing the majority of the snaps. He's actually leading the Chiefs in routes run. He's just not doing anything with them. He got one target. Mark Andrews got one target and played 33% of the snaps last week. Now, it's been such a story that maybe they make a point of it, but it's such a tough matchup against the Bills. Like, let me see it once with Andrews before I'm ready to trust him.
Okay.
All right, Amari Cooper or Mike Evans?
Oh, boy, that's a tough one. But you know what? I'm going to go with Mike Evans here. I'm nervous about Cleveland. By the way, they're missing two guards. Their offensive line. Anyway, give me Mike Evans.
How about J.K. Dobbins or Tony Pollard?
Pollard. This is a tough matchup for the Chargers.
How about Amari Cooper or T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
How about Brock Purdy or Jared Goff?
Purdy.
How about Tony Pollard or Najee Harris?
Najee Harris.
How about Amari Cooper? We got that.
You
we
might
got
have done that one
yeah.
already.
How about no, I don't like it. How about Khalil Shakir or Rome Odunze?
Shakir.
Yeah,
if Keenan Allen is out, then Odunze. But I'm assuming Allen is playing. You'll get to know because Shakir plays in the Sunday night game. Sorry, so you'll be able to make that decision before you have to decide on Shakir.
Let me get one more call in. Let's go to Regan is in Portland.
Wow.
Regan, you're on 710 with Matthew Berry. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. I've got Amari Cooper or Juwan Jennings, which I also have Brandon Ayuk, but I'm between those two guys.
Okay.
I don't know how you benched Juwan Jennings after last week. Now, I get it. Kittle's going to be back this week. Debo's listed as questionable. So is Juwan Jennings just kind of a one-hit wonder after last week? But I just don't know how, after what we just saw last week, how you go away from him. And by the way, the question was Jennings or Amari Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how Amari had 2 touchdowns last week. How can you not get both of them in your lineup? Is there a way to get both of them in your lineup? I don't know who else you have.
She has Ayuk. I heard her say
here's Ayuk. I know. I always wonder about playing
I would
too
bench
wide.
Ayuk.
Would you?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I just, again, because we just haven't seen it yet from Ayuk. So I just feels like I guess it sort of depends on what else the rest of your team is. But, I feel like the playing both 49ers is high risk, high reward, and that Cooper and one of the Niners is more of a floor play. So it just sort of depends on what you need. Like if you face CeeDee Lamb, and you're already down big going into, Sunday, and you need to aim for the fences because you're also banged up at a couple of positions. Aim for the fences and hope the Niners blow them out of the water. But I don't know.
Okay. Last one.
But there's also a chance that it's just a big Kittle, Jordan Mason game, and you get nothing out of either of them.
Okay. Last one is David in L.A. David, go ahead for Matthew Berry.
All right, Matthew. I got Cam Akers, or do I stick with Rashad White?
Cam Akers. Although here's the thing. And this isn't just a plug for fantasy football pregame. I don't think you can make the decision right now. Joe Mixon's officially listed as questionable. Bucky Irvin's listed as questionable. On the face of it, if Mixon is out, then I want Cam Akers. But if Mixon is active, then give me Rashad White. By the way, if Bucky Irving is out, I want Rashad White, regardless of what happens with the Houston running backs. So, you know what I mean? It's very contingent upon what happens with the guys that are splitting carries with both of them. If Mixon's active, you don't want any part of Akers.
Listen, Matthew Berry is the busiest guy in all of sports. He's got so many things going on. Obviously, part of Sunday Night Football or Sunday Football Night in America on NBC. You've got your Sunday morning show, which somebody already referenced. A great way to start your Sunday if you're playing fantasy, right, Matthew?
Yep, sure. Fantasy football pregame, 11 to 1 on Eastern on Peacock and the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. Listen, we answer more questions than any other pregame show. So hit us up on YouTube or use the hashtag FFPregame. Of course, my show, Fantasy Football Happy Hour, available wherever you get your podcasts and on the NFL and NBC YouTube channel. And subscribe to my newsletter, fantasylife.com. It's 100% free, comes out every day.
It is excellent. First thing I read every day is the Fantasy Life newsletter. Hey, Matthew, thanks a lot for coming on, man. We absolutely appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Matthew.
I just figured something out.
What?
I know why you don't have time to read all of my long stories.
Why?
He's reading Matthew Berry.
You're reading the Fantasy Life newsletter every day.
It's not a long newsletter.
It's not TLDR.
No, it's not. It's not TL.
DR.
DR. Yeah, it's not
Didn't read,
TLDR. It's really short.
But like by the time
It's
you
not
get through that every
30,000
day,
words.
It's
and
easy.
listen to the Get Up.
Watch the Get
When
Up.
do you have time for Momo?
I make a little
Right
time.
now.
Right now.
Right now.
By the way, if you were watching on YouTube, I was like the ultimate traffic cop.
You
during
really
that.
were. I was like-
you go.
I was
Phone,
like, you guys are
Twitter.
getting all the texts and the tweets about this or that, and I wasn't getting any, and I was like, that's all you.
Yeah. Now,
I, was
Jamie,
like, I don't know what you.
what's our winner's name? David? David in L.A. wins
a Fantasy Springs Casino gift package,
Nice.
a 2-night stay for 2, as well as your dinner and golf or bowling.
I like that.
Yeah.
Excellent. So congratulations to David. We're going to do some game of games. I am actually completely in with a chance to win this week.
You are.
This month.
It's Bergman 5, Mason 4, Laura 3, Ireland 3, Brian 3, DeAndre 1, Parker 1, Pepe 1.
There you go. Momo.
It's alive.
0.
It's worth 2 today.
Okay.
Yeah. We will do it. Coming up next, it's Brian's game. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The black and gold are riding high after a memorable moment on Wednesday night at BMO Stadium.
It is over. LAFC has won the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
The busy schedule rolls on for LAFC as they invade FC Cincinnati today for a cross-conference battle.
In the air, right-footed shot it in. Over Campos score.
Coverage of LAFC versus FC Cincinnati begins today at 4 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Next Gen is the official AC Heat and Plumbing Company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews and happy customers. Right now, get an $88 drain cleaning and they'll add in a free plumbing camera inspection. So, if you're sick of dealing with a slow drain, call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN and say goodbye to your AC heating and plumbing problems.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you've been thinking about selling your home, the real estate market is changing. Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list can be expensive and complicated. You don't want a lot of people coming in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process easy so that the sellers walk away happy. They may even offer you a $10,000 advance to help with moving expenses. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson and Tucson Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end September 30th. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. With airfare for 2, a 2-night hotel stay and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Momo's here. Brian's here. Laura's here. Bergman's here. It's Brian's game today. Brian, what do we got cooking?
All right, we got cooking. Cooked this up during the Thursday night football game last night.
Okay.
Malik Neighbors was going off.
He was crazy, yeah.
Got a
So
rookie
good.
receiving game for you guys.
Okay, let me control this. I will say where to go.
All right, cool. #1 here. Puka Nacua set the record last season for most receptions by a rookie. What is that record? 115, 110, or 105?
Mace.
115.
Momo.
105.
I'm going to say 115. Laura.
115.
It is 105.
Oh, Momo gets the point.
Momo with the point.
I just total wild guess.
Swag, baby. That's what we call it around here.
Swag system.
Cooper Kupp led his 2017 rookie class in receptions, yards, and touchdowns, making it another triple crown among rookies. Is this true or false?
Momo.
True.
I'm going to say false. Laura.
True.
Mace.
I think it's false. I think he did that in his second year.
I think he got hurt in his first year.
It is true.
Oh,
it is true?
Yeah. That 2017 receiving class isn't the best, so still had a pretty good year.
Okay.
He still had it. All right.
Who only got that? Was it just
Momo
one?
and Laura. So
Yeah.
it's
I
Momo.
got it.
Momo
Am
two-
I in the lead?
Laura, you got it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Momo won, Laura won.
Plenty.
Wait,
Two,
hold on.
Laura won.
Hold on.
Wait,
let's
did you
enjoy
not
this
get it?
moment.
Laura?
I honestly don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
Is this what? Is this
So
what
if you
it
gave it
feels
to me,
like?
great.
This is what it feels like to lead, Momo.
Yeah.
Now let's see what it feels like to lose. Take it away,
Oh.
Brian.
There we go. Who has the record for the most receiving yards by a rookie tight end? Is it Sam Laporta, Jeremy Shockey, or Mike Ditka?
Laporta, Shockey, or Ditka? I'm going to go with Laporta. Laura. Ditka. Mace.
I don't know why you throw Shockey in there. I'm going to say Shockey.
I was going to say
Momo.
Shockey as well.
You say Shockey?
Yeah.
It is Ditka.
Ditka. Laura
Did
got
he
that
really?
one.
Yep.
Wow.
Still
Mike
holds the
Ditka.
record.
Wow.
The Bears and the Bears.
We used to have him on the show every week. He
Ditka?
could not have
Seriously?
been less interested.
You had
couldn't.
Mike Ditka on your show every week?
Yeah.
Does
Mike
not surprise
Ditka
me in the
every
slightest.
week,
What did he
sponsored
sound
by,
like?
I don't know, Prostate Special or whatever whatever those pills are for your prostate. And Ditka would come every and he would have no interest in talking to us
Wow.
whatsoever.
All right, it's Momo 2, Laura 2, and you and I are bupkis.
Ah, there we go. Which of these Hall of Fame tight ends only had one touchdown as a rookie? Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, or Shannon Sharp?
Ooh.
All right, Laura, you start this one.
Gonzalez.
Mace.
Gates.
Momo.
Shannon Sharp.
I like Gates too.
Momo's on a roll. It is Shannon Sharp.
Oh,
wow. Damn, Momo's
Swag system.
running
We're getting
away with
skunked.
this.
Mason,
Swag
we
system. I have
could
no
get
idea how
a
I'm-
Mason Bergman.
Damn. All right.
How many are left?
I got 4 left.
Okay.
Or 5 left. 5 left.
Am I out?
Let's check the astrology.
Not yet. Well, we got to start getting them
Yeah.
if we're going to go
It's
out.
Momo 3 or 4?
3.
Okay.
And
me
Laura 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors currently leads all rookies in yards. Who is second in yards going into week 4? Is it Brian Thompson Jr., Brock Bowers, or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Mace.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Momo.
The first one, Thompson.
Brian Thomas Jr. is where I'm going with.
Thomas, yeah. Sorry.
Laura.
I'm just going to go Bowers because no one said it.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
I got that
Even
one.
after the
Thanks.
first week skunk.
Yeah.
Well, the one reception.
That's
Yeah, the
fine.
one reception. Then
Wow.
Next
All right.
week he blew up and he had a touchdown in week 3 too.
Yeah, I have him on my fantasy team.
Who?
Me too.
Who holds the record for most receiving touchdowns as a rookie wide receiver? Odell Beckham Jr., Anquan Bolden, or Randy Moss?
Momo, you start this one.
Anquan Bolden.
I'm going to go Randy Moss. Laura.
I am going to go. Who is the other one they haven't said?
OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr.
I'll go Moss.
Mace.
I'm going Moss.
It is Randy Moss.
Hey, I'm on the board.
Oh, man.
Okay, so now with 3 left, Momo 3, Laura 3, Mace 2, Greg 1.
Oh, it tightened up a lot. You can still lose this thing.
Okay, Clippers, let's go.
Yeah.
According to NFL Next Gen Stats, which rookie has the fastest in-game top speed of 21 miles an hour this season?
Wow.
Xavier Legette, Brian Thomas Jr., or Anthony Gould?
So, Momo, you're going to start again because you're in the lead.
Thomas. Say him again.
Laura.
The first one, get.
Mace.
Say them one more time. I'm sorry.
Xavier Legette, Brian Thomas Jr., or Anthony Gould?
Brian Thomas Jr.
I'm going to go Brian Thomas Jr. 2.
It is Anthony Gould.
Oh, nobody
Nobody got that?
Nobody got it. All right, 2 left.
Means I'm still in the lead.
Yes, you are.
I can
Hanging on.
tie.
Let's go,
I need to
let's
get
go.
this one. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
In the last 20 years, since 2004, how many times has the rookie receptions record been broken?
Okay.
3 times, 7 times, or 11 times in the last
what's the
20
time
years?
period? 20 years.
Laura.
7.
Momo.
7.
Mace.
The top choice is 11.
No.
3,
20.
7, or 11.
I'm going 11.
Yeah.
I need a point. I'm going to go 3.
It is 7.
Yeah!
7
Laura
times.
and Momo, I am out. There's only 1 left.
I'm out.
1 left, yes.
I'm
Yeah,
too bad.
Mace,
Yeah.
you're out also. So it's between Momo and Laura with
Okay.
4 to 4.
Okay.
Momo, you have to start with this one.
Let's go. I'm not afraid.
This
I'm
year,
not afraid.
This year's NFL draft saw 7 rookie wide receivers taken in the first round. How many rookie wide receivers were taken total in the draft? 35, 44, or 51 wide receivers?
51.
Laura?
It was 35.
44 or
44.
51?
44.
35. Nobody gets
Nobody
it.
got it.
I almost
Nobody
said
got
it.
It's time to go to a tiebreaker.
Damn, I should have went with my gut.
It was right there. All right.
It's
well,
either
time
high
for-
or low. It's usually not the middle.
What's
That's what.
What's the tiebreaker?
All right, tiebreaker here. How many yards is Malik Neighbors, currently the leader in rookie, behind Puka Nakua's record from last year?
Like
So
at
how
the
many-
same time or total?
Total.
And it's yardage, not number of catches.
Yardage.
Yardage.
Correct. So
okay.
how many yards is Neighbors currently behind Nakua's record of last year?
You writing something down, Laura?
Momo, you writing it down?
Yeah.
You got something there?
Laura?
Okay. Laura, Momo, what do you got?
1,300.
1,300. And,
Oh, damn, I'm so bad.
Well, no, you're okay,
I don't want to
Laura.
say it now.
No, say it.
1,300 is really high. What do you got?
55 yards.
55 yards. Okay, you're probably
That's
closer.
It's well, it is Momo. 1,100 yards even.
There you go.
Behind? 1,100 yards behind?
Right.
Yeah, total for the
behind.
season.
It's
Oh,
only
wow.
the
Total
start
for
of the
the
season.
season.
I thought for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think
Good
Neighbors
job,
has like
Momo.
500 or 600.
386 currently.
386. There
so
you
I was
go.
like, yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
And
1,500.
Nakua's record is 1486.
Yeah, something like
so-
that.
Okay, see,
Wow.
I was thinking through the first.
But I asked that clarifying question.
Yes,
because I
you
was
did.
locked in. I
you
was.
did. You were locked in. You were
I'm
staying
locked
in.
in.
impressive.
I'm locked in.
What if I told you?
If I told you.
Oh,
I
Congratulations,
honestly
Momo.
don't think I farted in 2 months.
Yeah,
Yay,
no, congratulations,
stand up,
Momo. We're super proud of you. Who's doing the afternoons today?
Shadano and Cappy.
Shadano and Cap.
It might not
All
be
right.
Shadano.
Let's do some super cross.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk. It's F-It Friday.
There he is.
There he is.
It's Friday.
Cappy is in the house. Cappy, what's going on, man?
What do you mean, who's doing the afternoon show?
Well, I know, it shuffles. It's not always Shadano and Cap. Sometimes
usually
it's
Cap.
Sometimes there's always a Cap, but sometimes there's no Shadano. But
During football season, everybody.
Yeah. No, I get it. We shuffle around. I'm
All
not.
right. Well, hey, Momo.
What's up?
Shabbat shalom to you.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you.
And same goes to you, Bergie.
Thank you.
And Momo, I like the color on you today. I like the purple. Yeah.
The purple
like
and
the
the
purple.
pink.
I
and
let
the
my
white with the
2-year-old
black.
pick it.
Oh,
yeah. When I get dressed, sometimes I say, Jacob, what should I wear? And he goes, purple. I think that's just, he only knows a few words. So
Purple's one of them.
He knows purple and green.
So
Yeah,
you
yellow.
said, let me just add, you said Shabbat Shalom. Do you have a Shabbat dinner?
I will have a Shabbat dinner tonight, yes.
Are you really?
Do you light the candles and sing songs and stuff and eat some
No,
challah?
no. I mean, really, I just have dinner, but I just call it a Shabbat
Did you do
dinner.
like the horn? Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom.
And then
hey.
there's also bim
Bum,
bim 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 bum. We got listen, if you want to come aboard, we got good Jewish songs.
I feel like
Brian knows what we're talking about.
Momo, what's the plan? What's the plan for the holidays, Momo? I mean, I'm by myself now. I'm an empty nester. I mean, come on, don't you have something cooking?
My aunt and I were talking about doing something on Wednesday, which also happens to be Daniel's 6th birthday.
Okay.
So we're doing an early Rosh Hashanah or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to bring some brisket by?
Well, I mean, that would be nice.
Now, what do you do for Rosh Hashanah? Is Happy New Year? It's not one of the high holy days, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's the
that's
beginning of the
holy.
high
That's
holy
the
days.
beginning.
Oh,
of
it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
these are the days when your fate will be sealed in the book of life.
That's right.
Okay.
The 10 days.
You tell him, Momo.
You better be. In other words, you best be good.
Yeah.
So,
And
is
then-
there a Seder in your future?
Yeah, you gotta. Well, first of all, you're gonna be happy first. Jews,
Yep.
we're happy first,
Right.
Yep.
And then we're repentant later.
Right.
Right.
So,
That's Yom Kippur.
Yeah.
So right.
That's
So
10
next
days
Friday
later.
night. So then it would be Friday night the 11th, not this Friday. 2
Yeah.
weeks from today. Friday night the 11th. First,
Yeah.
we'll have to have to get very down and dirty with ourselves. We'll have to accept the fact that we were not great people.
You got to repent.
Yeah,
Yep.
repent.
And then
You say, here's what
Saturday.
I'm gonna do better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saturday after the day of no eating, no working.
Yeah.
You're not really supposed to be doing stuff. Although I always used to say, if Moses had a really nice, flat screen TV and good college football games, he'd have been watching on
He
Saturdays
probably
too.
would have.
Yeah.
Screw
You
the
know?
Red Sea.
Are you
I'm
gonna
just
do
watching
the
game.
apples and honey? Do you do that on
it's-
Rosh Hashanah?
Apples dipped in honey for Rosh Hashanah.
I'm
Yeah,
learning
so-
so many. Learning so much.
By the way,
today.
Cappy, I have to say something nice about you because we're coming in. You're coming
Yeah.
in, so I have to say the Kaplan and Crew sweatshirt.
Let's
It's
see.
looking really strong.
You like the hoodie?
I like the hoodie. It's a good
Yeah.
hoodie that you got going
me
on
see.
there.
Yeah, it's a
That
sharp
was
hoodie.
something
I
that
like it.
happened yesterday. They said that I have to be super nice to them at all times, and when they come in, say something nice and positive about
I
them.
always
There you
say
go.
something
You know,
nice and
Cap,
positive
I have
about these
had
guys.
this purple shirt for many, many years. And something that one of my friend's moms told me is I always think about it. It's not the clothes, it's the hanger, right? So
yeah.
it's like when you're in shape and you're eating clean, you're eating good, and you're doing stuff, like the clothes look better on you.
Yeah.
That's
like
true.
this shirt's just a shirt.
Yeah.
It's a nice color.
You know what
it
I
is.
got to get for you, Momo? I
What?
got to get you one of these, and I probably have one right over here for
I'll
you.
wear one.
If you give me, well, no, I need to get you a mishbucha hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
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 Whatever
white
you got,
mishbucha hoodies.
I'll wear some Kaplan merch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like
I got a sided hat in my office.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah,
And
but that's,
so-
I need
Terranea
you-
hat. You're all sponsored.
So,
out.
I just like the
Cappy,
hat.
Let me
It's
just
very
let me
comfortable.
try to get something going here. So you're going to be at USC tomorrow, right?
I sure am.
I am so excited to be at that game. It is the Big Ten home opener for the Trojans. It's still weird to me that Wisconsin is going to be the weirdest one is going to be Penn State. When
Yeah.
Penn State
Yeah,
is the
that'll be
Coliseum,
weird.
because when I was a kid, I went to Penn State football games. My family, they were all Penn State fans. It's weird that it came around that they're going to be at the Coliseum this year. But what's the plan for tomorrow for you and Rachel and the gang?
So me and Rachel and our friend Dr. Sonny and his wife Allie, we're all going to drive up to LA Live tomorrow morning. We're gonna park at LA Live.
Good move.
We're then going to pick up the third couple of our triple date.
Wow, a triple date.
That's right. Christopher Arthur Morales.
Oh,
It's
Wow.
a throuple.
It's right. And Steffa is
Nice.
really the woman who, in my opinion, is really the boss of the entire radio
She
station
is.
anyway.
She
runs the
absolutely
place.
is.
The entire radio station.
Right. Where would we be without her?
Yep.
So then the six of us are then going to take the train
Smart.
from downtown LA over to the Coliseum.
Nice.
We're going to head to the pregame tailgate party with the Coors Light activation that we've got going on.
Oh, I didn't realize. Nobody told me there's a Coors Light activation.
You must come.
You should go.
You absolutely must come. And then I haven't really looked at my tickets yet that were sent to me, but I presume that, Mace, unless you're doing your own thing, or you come in as part of like the station party, or are you just doing your own
Well,
thing?
I got a field pass, so I'm going to spend some time in the field and then spend some time
We're
with
going
you
to
guys.
do that too.
Yeah.
We're going to do the field pass. Sean Cody is apparently going to come over.
The best.
And
I
he's
love
going to
Sean.
pick me and Morales up at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know if he's going to actually be able to do it. And if he does, it'll look like a scale where like you're leaning on one side versus the other.
The
you know what I
scales
mean?
of justice, yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
I think I know which way the scale's going to go.
Why is that?
Yes. Probably. You're right. You're probably right. That's right.
Yeah.
And
No
then
problem.
we'll hang out on the field before the game, Mace. We'll make our presence felt. Maybe we'll do a
Yes.
little photo op, perhaps.
We'll do a little social stuff.
Yes.
Do some pictures. And
Right.
last time I did some pictures at the Utah State game. I did the whole Challenger and all that stuff. It's so much fun out there. And I love a 12:30 game.
Yep,
A
me too. That's real
12:30
college
game
football.
is the best. That's
Yep.
when college football's supposed to happen.
I agree. I
Yeah.
love middle of the day, sunshine. Now, I think it's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow.
It's supposed to be 80 and
Yep.
sunny by the
I
time
know.
they kick off.
But 80 and sunny at the Coliseum
Is
could
hot.
mean like really hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
So, looking forward to a great day tomorrow. Can't wait. And looking forward to seeing all the USC people and all the USC fans and all the 710 listeners and all the Coors Light drinkers. And, yeah, we're going to have a great time.
Awesome. So, I'm flipping through our LFG accountability chain.
Yes.
And I got to say,
tell me,
we are all keeping each other very, very honest.
What is this accountability change?
Oh.
I'm not in this.
Momo,
So
would you like to get in?
We have a text chain
Okay.
of whenever we work out in any way, we make a post.
Let me tell you who's in, Momo, and then you decide if you
So
want
wait,
in. You
wait,
ready?
is this DeMarco, and then he wouldn't do my challenge, and he won't?
That was all about food.
This is this is
Same?
working out.
All
This
right,
is
okay.
everybody
All right.
working out.
Here's who it is, Momo. You ready? It is DeMarco,
Yep.
DeAndre,
Okay.
Funchy Lova,
Okay.
the Queen,
Mm-hmm.
Mace,
Yep.
Travis,
Doing a great
Nice.
job.
and myself.
Oh, I went in. Add me. I'm going to take lots. Tomorrow, you're going to get a photo of me after I go to hot yoga.
Okay, good.
I go to hot yoga Saturday at 4:30.
Sweat it out.
Yeah.
Okay. You have just been added.
Yes.
You have just been
I
added.
like this.
And
Now
then what
be
happens
prepared.
is
Ah,
Right.
There's going to be a lot of text, right?
A lot of texts.
every day
It's okay.
when you do your workout, preferably while doing the workout,
Okay.
you should add a photo and let us see that you are in fact
that's
working out.
fine. I'm good.
So it always starts in the morning with DeMarco. DeMarco usually hits us up. This morning it came in at 5:12 a.m.
Yeah, big early morning guy.
And he sends a video, right?
It's a video.
It's
Yeah,
a video
okay, I'll
telling you
have it
to
on
get
mute.
up,
It's
get
fine.
going. Yeah.
And well, what happens is presumably you're sleeping at 5:12 a.m.
I am.
And here's what happens: your phone begins to illuminate, and the entire room gets lit up by the DeMarco text. And then DeMarco has a message for everybody pretty much every morning, and it goes something like this: "Get your ass up. I don't care what you doing." And then it'll show you a video of his feet walking. Get
There's
your
always
ass
a
up.
video of his feet.
Right. It's usually super like cloudy.
He's
and
so
like,
football. I love him.
Right. Get your ass up. It's time to be great. And he just goes on. And then once you watch the video, and that's the whole key, Momo, you have to watch the video. You can't just give a thumbs up or a heart.
No, you gotta
and say-
watch it.
You can't just acknowledge it. You have to watch it because once he says, "Get your ass up,"
Yeah.
that's like when you're like, "Oh gosh, darn you, DeMarco," and then you just got to get your ass up.
But don't you just put your phone on mute or silent?
My phone is on. I'm not getting dings in the middle of the night. When I wake up, I see everything
Yeah,
that
same.
was dinging.
And you can also mute that particular text chain until you wake up until a certain time of day.
I'm looking at DeAndre. He always looks very, very mean in his
mean.
shots.
Show me
That's
that.
a mean picture,
Mean face.
DeAndre. What's the mean face about?
Getting that work in, man.
Yeah, you getting the work
killing
in.
those weights.
You can't smile
I
while
don't
you're
share
working
mine,
out.
Momo.
Yeah, no, I can't smile. And I'm
Queen,
trying.
you share sometimes, Queen.
Well, because I only share when I go to therapy, but I don't share because I feel like when I go to the gym and I just do like my little bike or I walk really slow on the treadmill, compared to them doing like all these hardcore things, I feel like such a
No,
wimp.
we all do what we can do.
Well, right now because of my knee.
I have a question for you, though, Mace. Like, when you be up in the gym just working on your fitness, he's my witness.
Yeah.
Mace, when you're in the gym and you're doing your, like, biceps that you're showing, like, who's shooting that video?
Oh, my friend Henry.
So you say to Henry, hey, shoot video.
Henry,
so I can...
just shoot a little video of this, and then I send out the video. Okay. Yeah, Henry's a great guy.
My trainer shoots us, and she posts it on her Instagram account, and then I usually just repost it on Instagram and stories.
Can I just have a minute and say, I am incredibly happy and grateful to my personal trainer, Steve Zim, he's trainer to the stars and also me. And he has put me through this. I've got a great library of ways to lift and exercises and stuff. He's been fantastic. Yeah. He works at a place called A Tighter You. That's his place in Culver City. If you are looking for a place, I mean, he's the best. He's the best.
So if I do F45 tomorrow or a training mate, whatever.
Tell me, like, F45 is.
I love F45.
It's like a hit. No, it's like a hit workout. So you go and you
really
do a whole bunch. It is really fun. So if I took that, could I send you a picture of my Apple Watch? Because I can't film myself while I'm doing it.
That's all.
Just what I did on the Apple Watch?
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
That's acceptable, is it not?
Cappy, is that allowed?
We'll accept it. That will be accepted. Now, I would like to give a shout out, Mace, since you're talking about, your trainer to the stars.
Yep.
To Mario Gavada. And Mario is Mr. MV Fit. And really MVT Fit. And he has a place called the Flex Lab. And this is my Adrian Gonzalez workouts on Tuesday and Thursday. Now, I only make it on Tuesdays, not on Thursdays.
Okay.
But it's the 5:30 a.m. Flex Crew. And it's, I know it's early.
It's very early for me. Yeah.
But Mario puts us through a workout. Adrian Gonzalez, he kind of designs it with Mario and Adrian.
Yep.
Momo, does 5:30 sound too early?
Way too early, and I've also heard the story so many times.
Oh, don't. Hey,
I love you, Kat, but how many times I've heard the Adrian
Wait a second.
Hold on a second here.
Wait a minute, Miss Nut Milk.
Wait a second. More than Mace talking about the trainer to the stars?
No, about the same.
Steve Zim?
About the same.
About the same. Steve Zim.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
Zim.
his name now. Yeah, no,
We heard a lot of octopus balls today.
Here's octopus
They're great.
balls.
They are good.
What's weird is
Did you eat octopus balls, Cap?
I've never had octopus balls.
Every story I
Not the same
pretend as
story.
though I have never heard before.
That's right.
Like, you'll hear a lot of stuff. John will tell a lot of stories that have that are repeats.
Not the same
but
story.
each time I make sure that I am presenting that it is new to me.
There's only some that you can't do that for.
I listen to a lot of Sedano and Cap.
The gum on the bottom of the shoe, or licking the bottom of the shoe,
and
the Kobe with the beers. That's
People
where it's like,
start
come on,
reciting it
come
on YouTube.
Shaq and the dropping the F.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one.
Okay.
But I listen to
all
a
the
lot
other
of
ones
Sedano
you can
and Cap.
fake.
All the other ones I fake and
And
pretend I've never heard.
But I listen to them on my drive home. When I drive home, I will be listening to Sedano and Cap, and then I will text them whenever they say something. And
yeah. Hey, Cappy, who are you doing the show with today? Is it Sedano?
Sedano will be here, but he is at Boston College right now.
Boston.
Because he is getting ready for Boston College versus Western Kentucky this weekend on the ACC network.
When the Eagles and the Hilltoppers get together.
That's right. Oh, it's
Katie
a
bar
rivalry
the
game.
door.
That's a big game.
Classic ACC rivalry.
Although last week, Sedano called the crazy James Madison game.
Yeah, where they put
Stanford
70
got our
on
first
North Carolina.
ACC win.
Yeah, that's right.
Took down Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What the
that
hell
was a
are
good
we
win.
doing? We're playing in Clemson this week.
All right, so I want to say great job, Brian, Laura, excellent week. Momo, thank you for filling in a couple of times. Bergman, killing it. Monday, we are live at Lakers Media Day at 12 o'clock
Really?
noon.
Again?
Yeah, again. This is the real Media Day where we talk to LeBron and those guys.
LeBron's coming on the show?
Well, you'll have to wait and see.
He has in the past.
Why would he not?
Once in the past.
Once in the past.
Why would he not come on?
He's LeBron.
He does LeBron does what LeBron wants.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron will make the decision.
Yes.
Yeah. And Cappy, I'll see you tomorrow.
Can't wait, man. Looking forward to it.